I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, yeah. Baby, I'm bad.
Well, hello, everybody. Hello, how is everybody doing today on this wonderful Call of the Wild Wednesday? All right, a little short of breath per the usual, guys. Just ignore the Just ignore all that. All right, just ignore all that. Welcome, you guys. Welcome. Thank you guys for watching now and or later. But what are you watching? You're watching Mechanic TTV. Thank you guys for joining us. We are finally back on Call of the Wild. Guys, it seems like every 5, 6, 7 days, however long it is in between the last time I streamed, it seems like it is just such a long time. We play Call of the Wild for both streams every single Wednesday. That's why we call it Call of the Wild Wednesday. But it still seems like an eternity, I tell you what, every single time. So let's see if we can get this. Hey. All right, by golly, guys, I'm testing that stuff out. What is up, Case, and how you doing, bro? Chacho, welcome back so quickly. Dude, you are awesome. Thank you so much for being here, dude. Thank you so much. How you doing today, bro, Chacho? How you been doing since last night? We had some fun on some Marvel Rivals yesterday, guys, with a triple collab that we do with Sunriot 1016 and Grumpy_Grizzler. Awesome couple of people. Super thankful to have them in our lives. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to more Marvel Rivals co-streams on Tuesdays in the future. But for now, guys, let's stop the yippee yapping. We got per the usual, guys. We are setting up for a roe deer grind, and per the usual, the first stream and a half of the day, right? The first chunk of the day is just nothing but knocking out all 3 dailies plus a weekly. That's our goal. That's what we're after. We're after some money. And the weekly today, guys, let me tell you, it's a good one. It is a good one because I had to buy a DLC to do it. That's why it's such a darn good one. I had to buy a DLC just to do it. They dangled $12,000 in front of me at the expense of a handful of white-tailed jackrabbits' lives. And let me tell you, that was worth my $3.99 or whatever it was, because you have to use a handgun. They've been coming out with them handgun class 1 challenges lately, guys. They've been coming out with them handgun class 1 challenges lately. I've been seeing multiple of those, which I don't see those super frequently. I've been seeing them a lot more frequently in the last couple weeks, at least on some dailies. I saw it at least one other time within like the last week or something like that. And I don't feel like I ever see handgun rabbit challenges. But anyway, guys, enough talking, enough chitter chatter. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to drop a code real quick in the chat for anybody who's wanting to link up with us, partake in our monthly Call of the Wild events, hang out, play with us on the first Wednesday of the month. All the good jazz. So, guys, I just got done buying the DLC. So, to show you real quick what the challenges are going to be before we continue the roe deer grind, which we're not spending very much time doing, but I need money. Okay. To show you, we're getting 1 bison within 25 meters. We're going to need a bow for that, obviously. We're going to get 4 Rocky Mountain elk above 222.78 kilograms. Very specific. And then we're going to have to photograph 5 bison. That'll overlap with the bison one. So we'll just find a big group. You know, we'll just go. Honestly, all 3 of those are Silver Ridge Peaks. Silver Ridge Peaks has the Rocky Mountain elk. It also has plains bison instead of European bison like on Hirschfelden. So we can get all the dailies done. Every one of them. On Silver Ridge Peaks, so we'll gladly go do that. Silver Ridge Peaks is not a map that we spent a whole lot of time on. We've been there a little bit, but not much. So that'll be fun. It'll be fun. And but before we even do that, guys, we're going to be grabbing ourselves a 22 handgun and getting 13 of these jackrabbits. Oh my gosh, guys. It's going to take a bit, but hey, it's going to be $12,000 plus another $11,000. So it's going to be 23 grand in the pocket, not including the animals. So that's going to be at least a $30,000 day before we pop back on over. We already got 22 grand on us, so we're very poor. But, you know, we're trying to get as many, we got all the tents, we got all 16 tents. We're trying to get as many tripods now as possible because right after the roe deer grind, we're jumping right into the next grind and we're going to need 16 more tents after that. So you better believe every first stream of the week is going to be daily challenges. The second stream is going to be more about, you know, grinding, like roe deer grinding and stuff like that. So anyway, let's go here to the store and get our free 22 handgun. Which one should I get, guys? Should we get the Anderson Marksman or the Anderson Defender? I tell you what. Ooh. We got the black, gold-ish. Looks like brass, kind of, that kind of weathered a little bit, maybe? I don't know. And then we got the silver. I'm not as big a fan of that. I think I might go with the black one. So let me get some 22 LR ammo for it. Looks like it'll take the same. I don't think there's a difference in the ammo between the rifle and the handgun, obviously, because there's not in real life as far as I'm aware. I have no idea, guys. I'm not a gun person. I bow hunt. All right, let's see here. Yeah, I don't know what other weapon. We just got the weapon pack 3 to start the game. We just got weapon pack 3 in the middle of the loading screen for the stream. How is Kaysen doing, though, today? How is everybody doing today? We're definitely going to want to keep our bow. We're going to have to keep our bow on us. We're going to get that 22 LR handgun. Bada bing, bada boom. You're telling me we don't have room for that because of a Marati? Hold on. That's what it was. We have a tent. All right, guys. We need some 22 LR, which you got right there. Bada bing, bada boom. We do have a handgun sight. I mean, you know, who knows if it's going to work. But, and then we have we do have the Marati. I love carrying the Marati because it's class 3 to 8. And the only class 9 animal we have to hunt, we have to kill within 25 meters. So why not use a bow anyway? So we'll probably just stick with that setup right there. We got nighttime and daytime binos and sights. The Fox 360. And we also have some doggy biscuits for good old Hank to help us out with some small game tracking. But he doesn't search very far for small game, so it's kind of, you know, not a moot point, but, you know, he might not be the most effective. All right, let's see here, guys. We got the Raptor Reflex sight absolutely does work. There's also a handgun sight that I'm probably actually going to need because I'm going to be hunting some wabbits. And did I really just say that, honestly? All right. We could carry another gun, honestly. We really could. You know? We could potentially put up the Marati and carry 2 other guns. That would be more like flat trajectory and long range. We could do like a 243 from classes 2 to 6 and then a RZN 300 from 7 to 9. I don't really feel like having my class 6 animals be that outclassed or that you know top of their class. We even have enough for the range master, guys. Ooh, my goodness gracious, Ignatius. Let me tell you, that's a gun. That's a gun right there. We might just go ahead and carry the 243, honestly. We might just go ahead and carry the 243. Yeah. Yeah, we'll do that. We got nothing for long range class 2 animals. All right, let's see here, guys. Let's get the 243 where we want it. And then we're going to be hunting rabbits for a good fat minute, y'all. We're going to be hunting rabbits for a good fat minute. 243. Got it. All right. Go ahead and put the bow all the way down here, maybe. Something like that. Right, Cha? Rangefinder bow sight. We will go ahead and get the large 600 grit arrows on there because the only thing we're hunting today with that gun is with the bow specifically has to be with the bow is bison. And I'm going to switch. No, I don't want that. All right, let's see here. There we go. All right, guys, this is our brand new gun. We just bought it in the middle of the stream. We'll see how it does. We got 13 white-tailed jackrabbit to get, so let's go. Let's get it started. Any pro white-tailed jackrabbit hunters out there, feel free to let me know what your process is. I'm not looking to change the time a whole massive amount because I'm trying to make money. And I like just hunting whatever time it is. I like trying to make it where I can do that So we're going to find out when and where our white-tailed jackrabbit are at 8 in the morning. God dang, y'all. God dang. White-tailed jackrabbit there are from 1400 to 1800, so they're sleeping from 1400 to 1800. Let me get my freaking map out, for crying out loud. My app. My Call of the Wild companion app. That might be a smart move, right? Reserves. We're just going to pull up Layton Lake on the reserve thing right here, and we're going to see what that has to say, because I'm taking way too long to just find them on the map. We do have a good amount of time stuff scouted, but they are resting. They are resting. So we need to look for Z's. We need to look for Z's for white-tailed jackrabbit from, like 6 to 10 or 8 to 12, something like that. But, by golly, wouldn't you know it, we got a mating call. And I don't usually just go after every single little stinking thing. But today, yeah. I mean, I'm not going to keep you guys waiting for a kill. So we're going to go ahead and get this ready. That's not correct. There we go. Obviously going to be using the Maraude on this gal. I'm going to have Hank go point her out for me. Hopefully he does his job pretty efficiently. I heard that they fixed a update, or they updated and fixed an issue that they had with the pointers. I never even knew there was one, other than on Silver Ridge Peaks. My dog won't even freaking move, which has always been the case since I've tried to have him on Silver Ridge Peaks. Scent found. All right, where's she at? Oh, hey, there we go. There we go. Feed zone discovered. Don't mind it. Don't mind it. Let's see here. Let's see if we can't get far enough away to use this thing. And if we can, we'll just go ahead and take her out with a bow while we're at it, honestly. Honestly. So. Good old moose. Good old moosies. We'll see how close we can get her, try and take her out nice and stealthy-like. And then, I don't know if she's going to make her way over here very well, though. I must have accidentally pressed the button too... I must have pressed the heal button too close to zooming out. Guys, just like I've said before, if you have a dog and you're looking through the binos and you're zooming back out with your binos and then let go, you will do that. You will whistle at your dog automatically for some reason. You will whistle at your dog. 150. All right, by golly, she's asking for it. She is asking for it. This is just going to be like a quick $800 while I'm looking at the map, because we need some rabbit. We need some rabbit resting zones. And I might have to figure out exactly kind of where they're wanting to go. If you guys know Layton Lake better than me, which, I mean, everybody knows it pretty well, I think. I'm trying to figure out where exactly do the jackrabbit rest without having to look it up. We got a bear call, 130 to 170, but it's just the worst wind direction you could possibly have. Go get her, Hank. Go get her. Stay on her this time, I tell you what. It's nothing super impressive, guys, but like I said, we're money hunting for the first half, and then we are roe deer grinding on the second half. Per the usual, y'all. Per the usual. We are just now transitioning from, like... hunting in general to actually doing great wind grinds and stuff like that. Starting our first grind with the roe deer grind. She is pretty close. I know she's pretty close. She's probably trying to make her way over here right now. I don't think we spooked her by any means. Scent found. Yep, she's over in this direction somewhere. I think she's making her way in. I'm just trying to get more downwind of the call, which I think right here should be fine. I have noticed that the sensitivity of the animals has been glitchy. Last week's stream, we had like moose 150 meters upwind of us while being completely camouflaged, like that gray dash you see on the bottom right of my screen. We had that right there. So that just means you're as camouflaged as you can get, right? You're as hidden as you can get. And we were 150 meters downwind, sprayed down. Hello. And we still were getting warning calls from moose from 150 meters upwind without moving, making a sound, no visibility, no smell. And they were just warning call after warning call. They were just not very happy with us for no apparent reason. They're a little bit too far out for the call. Good sight, though. Well, let's see here. All right, guys, forget it. I'm going to go after the jackrabbit. I'm just going to let that call sit there for a second while we look up where to find jackrabbit at 8 a.m. Where to find a white-tailed jackrabbit. 8 a.m. Caldwell Layton Lake. I've never really done a whole lot of jackrabbit hunting. I'll be completely honest with you. I've never really done a whole lot of that. I'm looking at specific images and stuff like that, trying to dial in where they're all over the map is the thing. They're all over the map. So I'm wondering if they're sleeping. If they're sleeping, do I just need to have Hank start looking for them? I think that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna start walking forward and having Hank. Just gonna start walking forward and having Hank do what Hank does. Not a whole lot of info specifically on where they're at when they rest. Yeah, none of this really helps. I don't think there's really much info on it, honestly. They're just kind of all over the place. There's no specific pattern. Of course, that sounds right for rabbit. So we're just gonna have Hank help us look for him. We're gonna start the hunt. Forgive me, guys, for the slow start. It's not always this slow of a start, but jackrabbit are not my forte. I'm not like some small game expert by any means. I'm not some expert at anything on this game at all. But really, lady. Who cares? Who cares? All right, we're just going to go to the nearest jackrabbit area, and we're going to start, I think, up in this direction from here, because this is the white-tailed jackrabbit. I think up in this direction more is where they're going to be resting, but we can figure it out as we go. I'm going to have Hank heal, and we're going to start the process. 13 of them, guys. 13 of the white-tailed jackrabbit. Without resetting the time. The whole first stream might be a bit of a grind in and of itself. Guys, looking for white-tailed jackrabbit. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be a grindy jackrabbit hunt, that's for sure. No wonder it's a weekly challenge. We try to always get all 3 of the dailies and the weekly done within the first stream. At least like within the first stream and then like a little portion of the second stream of Call of the Wild Wednesday. Call of the Wild Wednesday. I'm starting to say it just starting to blurt it out so fast I'm not even pronunciating it right. I got my wisdom teeth pulled out, guys, so a little bit of achiness trying to talk right. Not bad though. Nothing bad. Just makes me sound a little bit more southern sometimes, I tell you what. All right, let's get small game. We will be quietly bow hunting anything and everything else that we find in the process, like we do. We want to try and break 40 grand a day when we can, without doing any sort of cheating. You know, we're not one of those people who's going to have like $26 million left over with like a following of 5 people and claim that we somehow play this game enough, you know, and stream it enough to have 5 people following, but somehow like $26 million in our bank. Right? Right. That's a money glitch. That's a money glitch all day. But anyway, back to the white-tailed jackrabbit, guys. Let's see what we got here. Just kind of looking at them. Albino is the only really super rare fur type for them. We'll see. We'll see. All right. I got a rough map-ish looking thing. It's so blurry I can't barely see it, but I'm going to see right here where exactly. I think they're more down this direction from what I'm seeing on the map. It doesn't really look like, it looks like they're in between the lookout and the house. So I'm just going to mark this right here. And wind or no wind, we're going to try and go get them over there. We very well might pop on over to the outpost just south of there maybe and come up north. But boy howdy, this is a pain in the butt trying to read this map. I tell y'all what. Okay. Okay. Yep, we're on to something here, guys. It looks like they're actually going to be like more down this direction, so I'm gonna go ahead and ping that. We're gonna pop down here and yeah, trying to figure out the process. I don't know if there is a super obvious process. They're just scattered everywhere, and they don't have drink zones. So they're there 24/7. They're somewhere 24/7, you know, and by George, we're going to find out where. The challenge, hey, honey, I don't know why it didn't give me a ding. It didn't ring a ding ding for me. So today's challenge is, the first one, honey, is actually particularly hard. It is the weekly challenge we're doing first, which is get 13 white-tailed jackrabbit. That's a weekly challenge, so could take up to a whole 7 days to get it done for casual playing and whatnot. But we're gonna try and get it done first, and then after that, we got to take pictures of 5 bison, shoot one of the bison within 25 meters. And well, thank you, Mrs. Mecca. Yeah, it's a lot. Hi, honey. Love you. Love you. Love you. Everybody else seeing this right now thinks I'm looking them right in their eyes and telling them I love them too, because I do. Oh, yeah. All right, anyway. So, but yeah, no, we got to get 13 white-tailed jackrabbit. I had to use some of my credits to get a new weapon pack for a 22 LR handgun, because you have to use a handgun for the weekly challenge. So there's that. But yeah, Hank's going to start searching small game for us. We don't care. Well, I mean, I kind of care. I kind of want to shoot that, but I'm going to have to focus solely on jackrabbit. We had one distraction at the very beginning of the hunt, and it was like, you know, just I got to stop. I got to lock in. I got to lock in on the white-tailed jackrabbit. Roxy ate some nuggies today, but won't eat peanut butter. Well, it sounds to me like she is feeling close to the same as usual, probably just getting real sick of eating the same things. She's maybe getting that picky because she feels, and I don't mean that picky as in like picky, but you know what I mean. She feels that bad where nothing sounds good unless it's just the perfect thing. Got a bear warning mating call down this way. We are 1000% looking for white-tailed jackrabbit at the moment, though. Somewhere in this area should be a white-tailed jackrabbit, but by golly, I think we're gonna have to. If this gets as rough as it looks like it's gonna get with the white-tailed jackrabbit stuff, we very well might have to have a change of plans, because I don't know that this process is gonna work super well, but we'll try. And I'm not saying that because it's too difficult already or something. I'm saying I don't know that there's going to be a process. I don't know that there's going to be a process other than looking for them within times that they already have established. And I don't know how well that's going to work because, to be completely honest, that's going to be spending a lot of money. That's going to be resetting the time. Oh, we'll go over here. We will go over here. We will head this way. White-tailed jackrabbit between 3 and 6. White-tailed jackrabbit 0 and 3. We're just going to have to look for the times that we have. We're going to have to look for the ones that are already there. That's going to be the only process there really is. I think if we do that, though, we might be able to get it done. We might be able to get it done if we do that. Right here is white-tailed jackrabbit starting at 10. And there's some starting at 14. White-tailed deer. Man, oh man. I tell you what, we're going to keep looking around here just for a little bit. What's going on, Dusan? I know, right? That's a good idea, Mrs. Mecca. That's a super good idea, actually. You stop it. You stop it, young lady. Old gal. Whichever you are. Should we quickly take out a bear? Yeah, I said I wasn't going to get distracted, and here we are. It's just getting so boring, you know? I mean, how is Dusan doing today? I already said what's going on. I say that way too much. How is Dusan doing today? We're going to get over here, and hopefully Mrs. Black Bear won't be too unhappy with us. I think I hear her footsteps. I'm not going to lie. I'm pretty sure I hear her footsteps. She's without a doubt within 200. She just gave us a warning call from 40 to 50, so she was super close, unless she already ran. All right, guys. So we're gonna probably after this, we're gonna just start looking for their zones instead of just trying to walk around and find them. That's just not gonna work very well, evidently. The four-wheeler idea does actually sound pretty good. We might have to immediately do that. God dang, guys. My nose is drier than the Sahara Desert. The Savannah. Sahara. Whatever. One of them. Something that's a desert. It is. It's a good way to do it, too, because they can thump at you from 300 plus. We're just going to have to shoot them on the move with the 22. When it is that time, when we do come across them, hopefully we can grab a quick 900 bucks or whatever from this female black bear. But I don't know if everybody's hearing me or not whenever I'm talking to you at first. Sometimes I've noticed that when I'm talking to people who've just joined, they don't hear. And once in a while, y'all, I'll get somebody who will re-ask me a question that I that I responded to. So if for some reason there's a commercial or something gets in the way of the audio or it cuts out for a little bit, you don't hear it, don't be afraid to ask me again. That's just that's not missing chats. That's just kind of, you know, audio doing what audio does. We got it fixed up. Oh, hello. She should go down pretty quick. She should go down pretty quick. There we go. Let's go. Let's go. All right, y'all. Let's see here. Good old silvered female. We got a double lung on her. We were angled quite down from her. I did not expect her just to be standing there like that at that exact moment. But we got her with the 600 grit broadhead arrow with the recurve bow, 17.47 meters away with an 800 session score and $1,058 cash. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. All right. That's the only thing we really care about. Lord of the Lakes. What does that one mean? Harvest an animal in every subregion. That is our... Wow. Well, by golly, guys, you saw it here first at MechConnect TTV. We are the Lord of the Lakes. So many people probably have that. All right, let's see here. Down here, y'all, is going to be the next planned jackrabbit zone. So we'll go ahead and we'll keep hunting our way toward there, I guess. You know, trying to hopefully spook a jackrabbit somewhere. We don't care if they run away because they're slow as molasses in the winter. We'll just run up, pull out the old bada bing, bada boom, and John Wickham real quick for a weekly challenge credit. I might not run the whole time, but let's see here. We might have some of them also over in this general direction, something like this right here. So I'm going to hunt that way. And my hope is that I'll discover new jackrabbit zones in the process. Jackrabbit, like I said, they just have absolutely no predictability to them. There's nothing about it that is predictable. They don't have any drinking zones, and they don't have any areas of the map as far as, like, you know, top, bottom, left, or right, or nothing like that. They don't hug a certain terrain like, you know, the bottom of the mountain per se. I don't think they could. I don't know. So the best way to dial in some jackrabbit kills, you got me. We're going to have to do a video over that one probably. We're probably going to have to do a video over that. All right, he's on to something. It's more than likely the Miriam turkey that we saw a mating call from earlier, but I mean, I'll take it even if it is. We're just trying to get 40 grand today as fast as possible. With as much of a variety channel as we are, we can't really afford to miss out on opportunities for lots and lots of money. We do play this game on Thursdays sometimes too, but Thumbstick Thursday is just kind of whatever we want it to be. It's not particularly any. Yep. All right. We'll side in for 50 and take her out real quick. What? All right. Never used a 22 pistol before then, so that was interesting. We're going to get him back onto small game. He did a good job, y'all. He did a good job. W. Hank. He did a good job. Well, hello, Kaysen. Hello. What is going on? What is going on, guys? A warning call. A nice silver. She's got a light brown fur type. I don't know fur types very well, guys, so you will see me click on the animal pretty much every time for fur types. That's a pretty, I mean, it's technically uncommon, but it's not like a rare. Albino, melanistic, and leucistic are the rare types for turkey. We got her in the intestines. But hey, you know, Hank was kind of in the way a little bit, so, you know, we shot what we could. 46.69 meters away with a 200 session score and $755 cash money. There we go. We're just going to keep trucking along, looking for hopefully some white-tailed jackrabbit areas. This broad area, like around here, is where I noticed that there are some on like a, not quite a hotspot map, but yeah, kind of is a hotspot map. Critical position? What am I in critical position of? You think we could take a pretty darn long shot at that guy with a pistol? Man, he's another, what is he? What is he, y'all? Is that another light brown? Is it just the right time of year for that guy? They have a weak sense of smell, so I very well might just, we're at 100. I'm gonna side in for 75 and shoot a little high and see if we can't get him. Oh, let's go, y'all. He's gonna go down. He's gonna fly straight to us as well. And boom. She's not too happy, but we're not gonna worry about her. We're not gonna worry about her too much. We're looking for white-tailed jackrabbit as I hunt turkey. How is it going, guys? How's it going? Ooh, no, guys, my game. Okay, hold on. What's up, Cannon, Kaysen, Dusan? How are you guys? How is y'all? Just getting some money. You know how it is. We're just doing some challenges, killing whatever walks in front of us until we make some money for some roe deer grind equipment. And then we're popping over on the second stream. We're going to pop over to Cuatro Colinas to continue setting up for our first ever grind. Got the great one, Black Bear. I saw that in the chat. Good job, bro, Chacho. Good job. Super solid. What was his fur type? I saw some patches of a different looking fur, but I'm not entirely sure. My wisdom teeth, guys, I got them pulled the other day. My wisdom teeth are killing me. Okay, so we got a gold again with the light brown. It's a more uncommon. You know, I guess it's uncommon, but it's not. He's not particularly rare, right? He's not particularly rare. He might be better than the turkeys that we currently have on the wall. Fabled chestnut. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Case and Dusan, I don't know if you guys are able to hear me, if there's commercials or something. You know, if you don't hear me respond, I probably did, or I missed your chat, one of the two. But hope you guys are doing well as well. I don't know if a gold uncommon fur type is really worth keeping, you know? I really don't know if it is. I mean, it is gold and an uncommon fur type, but it's not like a rare. So I think we're just going to go ahead and take our $1,000. We also have some mallard around here somewhere. But by golly, guys, it's going to be about time to go get that first white-tailed jackrabbit down here at that zone that we marked earlier. Where was that thing? There was a zone right here. That's it. Yep. We're going to double check and make sure. White-tailed jackrabbit right there at 1,400, but we're not at 1,400. We're going to go over here to this tent, pop up northwest, and see if we can get 1 out of 13 jackrabbit taken care of. Guys, we might spend both streams making money this week. I don't know. We'll see. And if we do, we'll try and pop on tomorrow for the first stream of the day for actual road deer grind stuff. But we got to make the money to do the grind in the first place. We need like a crap ton. I mean, a crap ton of tripods. We need just about all of them. We might have like altogether 6, 7 of them across all my maps. But I prefer to leave the ones that I have on my maps already there and just buy new ones, you know. So hopefully. That was a buck, but I didn't get a chance to spot his trophy rating. Man, the doctor said day 3 would be the worst for my wisdom teeth. Not correct at all. Not correct at all. Oh my God. But everybody's different. They didn't get it wrong. It's just how my body is, I guess. Day freaking 8, which is today, is absolutely been the worst. I mean, it is just aching like crazy right now. In the first, up until about yesterday, maybe the day before, there was really no ache from it. It could be a bit of a grindy first stream, y'all. It could be a bit of a grindy first stream for sure, trying to get the weekly challenge done. But we bought the weapon pack 3 for it, so by golly, we're gonna get it. It's gonna be 12 grand in the pocket, and then all we have to do after that is grab some bison and some elk. Going for great one, black bear number 5. Holy cow. Yeah, once you get it set up, it's just continually murdering them constantly, right? I mean, honestly, I should have gotten into great one grinds a long time ago, because I'm starting to realize if you just save the gear and buy new gear and leave everything set up, right? At least everything that you need, right? Like if you're doing the one lake method, just keep everything at the one lake, you know? Cannon, I do have a question for you, my friend. Kason, Dusan, anybody. I've been trying to watch videos learning how to do Great One grinds. And I do have some questions about the process that some of you people might know a lot better than me. Possibly. But so the main question I have, which I'm pretty sure I know the answer to, but it's been so long since I looked it up, I forgot, is when you're switching males and females on the Quattrocolinas one lake method Great One roe deer grind. When you are grinding roe deer and quattro and you're wanting to switch males and females, I've heard that what you do is you shoot the female that's on the lake, right? And all you do is you leave her body lying there. You go find a male somewhere else that you want to trade in for that spot, and you go shoot them, and then you come back and pick the female. But they did not mention, do you pick up the male when you shoot him, or do you not? You know, they didn't mention that. I even looked in the comments and saw one person asking on this dude's channel. This dude's kind of rude about it, honestly, for being a dude who's like making videos for money on YouTube, and that's hinging upon whether or not your community supports you and watches them and engages. As soon as someone commented like, "Hey, do we pick up the mail or not?" And then he was like, "I said this in the video," and I was like, and I just got done watching the video, and I was like, "No, you didn't. You didn't say it in the video. You said shoot the female, leave her lying, then go kill the male." And that's it. That's all he said. And I'm like, yeah, that doesn't really tell me whether or not you actually pick up the male. You pick up the male and female. When do you pick up the male? Because you leave the female lying there, right? You leave her lying there, and then you go shoot the male. So do you go back and pick up the female first and then go back and pick up the male? Or do you pick up the male as soon as you shoot him and then go pick up the female? That's what I'm wondering. If you do pick him up, when do you pick him up? You know? I also know that there is there's some reason that you do want to shoot some and then leave them there and do not pick them up. Because Lady Legend, she pointed out in one of her videos that if you're trying to do some kind of herd management, what you'd want to do is shoot them and not pick them up at all in certain situations. So I'm wondering, I'm trying to remember, but I keep looking all this stuff back up and I can't find it again very quickly. Pick up the female after the male. Gotcha. So you go shoot the male, pick it up. So you shoot the female, leave her lying, go shoot the male, pick him up, and then go pick up the female, and you have a 50-50 chance of them swapping. What is the reason that some of these, like, you know, more established YouTubers, why is it that they say, I forget, you know, and I can eventually find it again, but I'm trying. Why is it that some of them suggest shooting an animal and leaving it there and not picking it up? What is that situation? What would you want to do that for? That's something I forgot, because I remember them saying that, but golly, I can't remember why. I wonder, y'all, if we shot the 22 from a very great distance at these here white-tailed jackrabbit, are we going to be able to like keep them from spooking and wipe the whole group again? Because that would be amazing. That would be awesome. All right, guys, I'm gonna look on here at some white-tailed jackrabbit again. I'm trying to get a good visual on these guys from a pretty good distance. However, there's really no, they're in like a little bit of a bowl above me. They're up, but then they're back in this little divot in this little bowl. So I was hoping that it would slant enough on this more northeast side of where they're at. But it's not looking like it. Let me see if I can, okay, there we go. Is it the only one? By golly, who cares, guys? We are going to get our first of 13 white-tailed jackrabbit. He's right about at 50. There's no trophy organ, I think, on a white-tailed jackrabbit, so we could headshot this guy if we wanted to. We probably won't, but what? No way! No way! That was so on point! No way! That was so on point! We were sighted in for 50. He was right at 50. We put it right in the middle of his body and then shot and it went through him. Where's the little sucker? Oh, he's right there in front of us. We have to get him with a handgun or it doesn't count. Got him. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Good gosh. All right. Gray fur color. 21.42 meters with the Anderson 22 LR Defender, 200 session score, $361 cash, and we got him in the left humor. We got her in the left humerus, and I don't really care. It did the job. It did the job. So that should be 1 out of 13 for crying out loud. That's crazy. Yep. We got 12 more white-tailed jackrabbit to go for 12 grand. But that, yeah, the zone disappeared. The zone disappeared. All right. All right, now we got to find another white-tailed jackrabbit area within the time frame. And they start at 10 and they go up to 14. And then they go from 14 and on. But we're looking for 10. We're looking for a Z. Looking for a Z symbol that says white-tailed jackrabbit at 10 a.m. 14. Mm-hmm. There we go. There's another one. All right, guys. This should be far enough, I hope. God, that's going to be 2.26, and that's going to be kind of actually close. We might actually pop over here. All right, guys, we're on to number 2 of 13. We got the system down. It's just scour the map because there's really no specific placement for them anywhere. They're just kind of all over. Let's go. Yippee! All right, y'all, let's get headed toward that rabbit. Let's go. As soon as we get Hank happy again, we'll have him start looking for some more small game. Hopefully we can run it. If we could run into another group on the way there, I would be ecstatic. You know, I never usually have a small amount of 22 LR I'm shocked that we forgot about that and let it get down to 20-something rounds, because we usually keep a minimum of about 50 rounds of every single ammo type that we have a weapon for, or at least a weapon that we use. Here's a handy tip for you. You want to be able to touch your mic with your hand. All right. Let's see here. It might be a slow process on the rabbits, guys, but for 12 grand payout and a new weapon pack, it'll be very well worth it. And then the Rocky Mountain elk, that should be a fun hunt. That should be no problem at all. Hearing some footsteps to my right that don't sound like Hank. It's all right, though. Pardon me. Hey, it was Hank. Yeah, that was Hank. Okay, he's on to something for some small game. Hopefully it's some rabbit. They don't have a particularly great sense of smell, so I don't mind the wind direction for them. Strong chance that it's turkey, but, you know, I mean, with us needing 13 of them, I'm not taking a chance because we're still 500 meters out from the other zone where they're at. So if we could double up right now and get ourselves to 3 out of 13 instead of 2, with as long of a process as this is, I'm not going to take a chance on skipping that. Trying to get a whole weekly challenge done within the first hour and a half of a stream. We're not going to get it done in an hour and a half. I can tell you that much. We're already an hour and 5 minutes in, but still. Definitely rabbit. I'm pretty sure it's... Nope, never mind. It is not. On to the rabbit. I do not care about turkey. I am tired of it. I am tired of how slow this is. We're going to be on to the rabbit as fast as possible. That's an okay moose. Nothing super awesome, but you don't see a lot of... Honestly, I feel like a gold on Leighton is about the equivalent of like a diamond on freaking Medved or something. There's not very many great moose on Leighton for as moose riddled as it is. They're a bunch of little tiny guys compared to what you see on some other maps. New England, I'm super excited about New England. Coot Shooter, he gifted us the New England map. We were going to do the Red Fox grind right after, but we might pop on over to the Moose grind after the Roe Deer grind because I don't want to keep Coot waiting. I think that's going to be an awesome experience getting to play that new map. Great moose on that map, from what I've heard. I am absolutely shocked that first shot just completely missed. We were right at 50 and sighted in for 50, and there is no way that we just all together missed. But I'm going to be a little bit more cautious. That is accuracy for you. I mean, it's not just a glitch in the game. There is such a thing as, accuracy with guns. And it's supposed to have maxed out accuracy. That's crazy. That's crazy because that was horribly inaccurate for being 50. I mean, its effective range is 100 meters, for crying out loud. That's a pretty good effective range for a 22 pistol, and that thing was not at all on point with that first rabbit shot. But we'll see. Maybe it was just whatever the opposite of a fluke is, some bad luck. Up here, though, without a doubt, guys, is our second out of 13 white-tailed jackrabbit. And while I'm actually walking up here, I'm going to be looking for the next spot as well. We're looking for Z's that start at 10 a.m. So we could be looking for a minute. Let me go ahead and start to crouch. I don't want to get there so quick because I'm looking at the other spots and then spook them. And I'm honestly at a part right now where I should probably start, like just crawling, honestly. But we'll see. We're gonna have it's gonna be a very challenging stream for challenges. Challenging for challenges. He is on to the second rabbit, which is good. If there's a group here, I would be super excited. I don't care how long I have to chase them. I'm going to try and get as many of them as I can. And simultaneously look for other future spots while I'm at it. White-tailed jackrabbit at 1,400. We got a lot of spots at 1,400. 6 to 10 right there to the right of that mountain just below the High Lake Swamps or whatever that is. Yep. So that's good. White-tailed jackrabbit 6 to 10 right there. White-tailed jackrabbit 6 to 10 right there. Okay, so I'm starting to see a trend. Starting to see a trend of that middle right area by just right in this area by our blind. A lot of 6 to 10 right there, which is fine. Here's another good spot. Here's another good spot. Where are we at right now compared to there? Okay, so right right there. Just below the bottom right of actual Layton Lake. So we'll easily get at least 3 or 4 out of 12 with this spot and the next one. If we can double up on some, that would be fantastic. Odd to me, though, that the 22 LR handgun creates mid-pressure on 1 kill, so we don't really want to shoot more than 2 at a zone because it was mid-pressure just on that first one. But They have sight and hearing. They're not really much for smell. Did I bump that or something? There we go. They have decent sight and hearing. No, I just turned the wrong way. Okay. Hopefully we can get a twofer. Twofers are going to be highly necessary to get this challenge done today if we want to get the other challenges done at the same time. That much is clear. So we got one right there. They usually travel in groups, I thought, but god dang. Tell you what. He's alert. She's alert. I'm going to let them chill for just a moment. I feel like that one's just a little extra far away for Hank to be pointing at that one, but I could be wrong. I think there's one closer here somewhere, but I'm just not seeing that. Okay. Okay, we're just going to take what we can get before we waste an opportunity. Let's sight in for 50 and shoot a little high. All right, guys, 2. We don't care about you. We don't care about you. 2 out of 13 done for the weekly challenge. We already have our next spot picked out, which is going to be over Honda. So, yep, just one right there. Looks like they rest a lot in individual zones. 34.12 meters with the same 22 LR Defender. We got just nothing but flesh. But hey, instantly put him down. 200 session score, $377 for the silver jackrabbit. And of course, we got a brown fur type. We'll take it though. We will take it. And let's see what wind we got. We got a north wind. So on to the next. The real question is, how do we want to approach this? Honestly, there's no there we go. I was about to say there's no point south of the next area, and I know that they don't have particularly good smell at all, but I still prefer to approach from downwind, no matter what animal it is. So hopefully this outpost isn't within 300 of it. I didn't really check, but hopefully it's not. Well outside of 300. Well outside of 300. So let's pinwheel counterclockwise a little bit. Get down there south of them, and then we'll make our way up and get our third. It's going to be a heck of a challenge, guys. It's going to be heck of a weekly challenge, but we're 2 out of 13 in. It might just mean, by golly, it might just mean that we have a little bit of a longer stream than usual. And I have to play for only like 2 to 3 hours at a time because of my neck and particularly my wrists with my tendon issues right now. But thankfully, as you can see, this game has an auto walk feature. And I also just play with the controller like this a lot too, which is weird, but I do that to help spare my wrists. So if there's any game that we can play longer than 2 or 3 hours, as long as my neck is under control, it's going to be this one. We do that on Tuesdays. On Tuesdays. Yep. Every Tuesday, we'll be doing a triple collab Tuesday, also known as triple taco collab Tuesday. Next Tuesday, I'm probably going to have a taco while we play. We'll see, though. We'll see. I have not eaten at Taco Bell in so long. Does anybody know? I don't even know if I want to, honestly. Oh my gosh, it's gone so far downhill. And plus, they got caught selling like kangaroo meat or something like that, is what I heard. But you know, I think there was actually a court case over that, possibly. I think, if I remember right. That could have been completely made up, though. I don't know. People fabricate so much stuff on the internet now. But yeah, I'm excited about it though, Case, and I hope you had fun. Honestly, I thought it was a great stream. I had a great time. You know, I don't like playing. I've never played Marvel Rivals before. A week before yesterday, not yesterday, but the Tuesday before, that was the first time I ever played it. Boy, howdy, guys! It is fun, and yeah, guys, we do that every single Tuesday now with Grumpy Grizz as well as Sun Riot 1016. Pardon me, guys. I forgot what I was saying there. Let me see if I can get it up here on the stream for y'all to see. Yeah, this is our weekly collab now that we do absolutely every single week with, like I said, Grumpy Grizz and Sun Riot. Two very awesome people. We play with viewers. All you have to do to get into the queue is type in the word huzzah, and we queue you up. We get you in the queue to come join us, and we just rotate people in and out, and we have a nice 3-hour stream with a couple of awesome people to collab with. It's been a great experience so far. I didn't even need my Red Bull for it yesterday. I didn't even have to use a Red Bull for it yesterday. Okay, he's already sneaking. We almost got way too close on that one, guys. We almost got way too close on that one. Well, not almost. We did get too close on it before we slowed down, but hey. Let me see if I can get some heat on my back without it touching my neck too much. The trick is that, you know, I have muscle spasms due to the nerve damage and, you know, as well as inflammation. So it's like you need heat for muscle spasms, but then heat causes the inflammation to go up, which then causes the nerve damage, like whether it's like scar tissue or whether the nerves are just getting scraped by like osteo little spikes of bone or whatever. The inflammation makes that worse. But then if you use ice, you know, that causes your muscles to tense up. So, you know, definitely having some weird myofascial stuff. But that's just part of life at the moment. I tell you what, guys, though, we are killing it. We are killing it on this weekly challenge, though, honestly. At first, it started out super slow. Here's going to be the next spot that we go to. And, you know, it's working. We already got spot after spot after spot picked out. We're just going to jump from spot to spot until we get it all done. We haven't even had to change time yet, and we still have about an hour and a half of game time left until they switch their zone times from 10 to 14 to 14 to, what is it, 18 or 20? We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Love you, Mrs. Mecca. By golly, I miss you. By golly, I miss you, babe. But I'm glad that you're there for Roxy. No way, no way. Okay, warning thump. Okay, I thought we spooked him for a second or something. It's like there's absolutely no way we already spooked him. We are crawling from a ways down. All right, guys, let's get the rangefinder binos out. She's been glued to me. I bet she has. I bet so. He highlighted it for us. That's what I love about the pointer dog. Really? You don't say? What? Oh my gosh! I'm just gonna stop reading those scammers' names out loud. Tell you what, we got him. We got him in the chat, guys. We got the scammers. I tell you what, though, I am super. I know I've already said this way too many times, but guys, Marvel Rivals on Tuesdays has been an absolute blast. I'm gonna have to figure out how to probably play it a little better, maybe. But it has been super fun. This guy or gal is just right on the other side of this little lump in a little bowl. Almost like they're trying to not get shot or something. It could be a very slow hunt on this particular rabbit. This particular rabbit is definitely a... No, we still can't see him, for crying out loud. That's crazy. That's wild. You quit your complaining, Hank. You're doing your job. You should be happy. You should be a happy camper. Tell you what. Get to work, Hank. All right, let's see here. I don't know how we're going to get that shot. He's in the tiniest little bowl between a tree and a boulder. I have no idea how we're going to get a shot. We're going to have to go all the way to like the, I don't know, like the northeast side of the little hill he's on. It's going to be a slow process, but it's going to be worth it for not having to track down a whole nother rabbit. Kind of fun going white-tailed jackrabbit hunting. That's not something you normally do. Or at least I feel like it's not something a lot of people normally do. We might be able to slide right on up to that boulder, and that's going to be, hopefully, just the perfect angle. God dang, guys, trying to get a visual here is insane. I don't know if we'll be able to just crawl up that without having to stand up and jump. But by golly, Miss Molly, I'm running out of patience. I tell you what, for a $300 rabbit, it's going to be a $12,000 rabbit one of these days. Okay, there's more than one rabbit here. There has to be more than one rabbit here. I just heard another one walking. I'm pretty sure that there's more than one, but I could be wrong. So far, all the resting zones have been solo dolo rabbits, but who knows? Who knows? I don't know that that's going to be a doable boulder either, though. This back end of it might work out. There we go. Oh, it's going to be worth it, guys. It's going to be worth it. It's like more grindy than a grind so far. Just kidding. I wish when you were behind like a rock or something. Okay, that rock's not going to work. I was going to say, I wish when you were behind a rock or something that they couldn't see you. There's no angle on these guys. There's absolutely no angle on these guys. We're just going to have to get right up next to them. It's the hardest I've ever worked for a rabbit. I can tell you that much for sure. Spooked? Nope, you're going to die. You're 1,000% going to die. Where you at, you little stinker? Where you at? I hear him. I hear him. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Where's your friends? Where's your friends? Where's your friends? God, he's so fast. Oh, who cares? Who cares about the dough? All right, we got a rabbit. That's all we care about. Got ourselves a gold 4.9 with a brown fur type using the same 22LR Defender. 18.29 meters on the run, right in the keister, right in the lumbar vertebrae. And we got a 225 session score with $460 cash on this beautiful white-tailed jackrabbit. Third one of the day. Let's go. All right. Next zone was right down here, and they are there for quite a while. We are at 3 out of 13 for the weekly challenge that we just started. We'll run up to about 270. I'm not entirely sure that we're going to be able to avoid the wind on these guys as easy. But they don't really particularly have much smell, so we'll just do it this time. We'll just kind of approach from a little bit of an upwind position this time. Three out of 12 done, guys. We are a quarter of the way done. It's only taken an hour and a half of the stream. Holy cow. Okay, they're on the other side of that. Whoa! Oh my gosh. Well, we almost died. We almost died. Or I thought we were. Thought we were almost died. D-E-D dead. We were just about dead, I tell you what. Now, if we can tag them from like 100 and them not spook, that'd be great. But for whatever reason, like I said, this 22LR pistol seems to be so much more disturbing to the animals than the 22LR rifle, the Zarza, that we usually use for small game. Oh, look at that. That's a beautiful look right there. I tell you what, you think we should take a 150-meter shot with a bow? You guys think we should take a 150 shot with a bow on that there moose, huh? Is that what we're thinking? Oh man, guys, where's the dot? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, there's no dot. Nothing. Okay. All right. We're going to have to get a little closer. We're going to make this fun. Before we go get these rabbits over here, don't you get sassy with me. Oh, hold on. Hank's on the rabbit that we need far more than the female moose. Ah, pressure breath there, guys. I caught my breath for a second. Good golly, Miss Molly, that felt great. You never appreciate the health you have until you don't have it. I was listening to a psychologist actually talk about that, or a licensed therapist. There's this really good licensed therapist online who's trending a lot right now because his advice is actually pretty good, and it's not too biased, and it's not too, like, you know, woke. Just do whatever you want. That's the key to happiness. That's not the key to happiness. Just doing whatever you want is not the key to happiness for anybody, regardless of what your ideologies are. Believe it or not, self-denial is actually the key to happiness, which is crazy to some people. I've been raised to know that not doing everything you want all the time is a way to learn to be more content. You know, I think that's a forgotten concept nowadays. I tell you what we'll do, guys. We'll actually pop down this way. We'll get a little bit of a twofer going by shooting her with a bow from like 60 out, because we're going to have to pinwheel toward her anyway. But we're going to have to shoot her really early because we have the worst possible wind direction with her. So, and we're going to have, yeah, it's going to be rough. It's going to be a rough one. But we have a lot of bushes in the way too, which is not super preferable. Warning thump, 60 to 90 up that way. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop way over here out of the way. Animal spooked my foot. Let's go. We're going to have to go get him. We're going to have to go get him real quick. Hold on. Hold on. Where'd they go? I don't care. God dang, guys. I am shocked they spooked from 50 out like that so quickly. Where are you? Where are you, little bunnies? Oh, no, no. Come on. I sighted in for 75. Might need to keep it that way by the time I get another shot. How long can we track one rabbit before they do eventually just kind of like burrow down and disappear in the game? They're not just there forever, but I think we still got a shot. God damn, I need to take better shots. Need to take better shots. Take better shots, Mecha. Take better shots. Ooh, come on. All right. That was just awful. All around, just bad. All right, on to the next spot for Jackrabbit. Looking for resting zones that start at 10. They're about to be over with here at about 40 minutes game time. 10 to 14 is when that particular zone switches. 6 to 10. What's up, Thiago? How you doing, bro? Chacho? How is Thiago doing? There's the next zone right there, guys. There it is right there. I really don't know where I want to go for that, though, honestly. I don't want to approach from there. So I'm just going to hoof it. I'm just going to freaking start hoofing it. I want to turn. One day, I just started running. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Just doing a weekly challenge in the first stream, and then some daily challenges and a road deer grind on the second stream. How have things been, my friends? How have things been over yonder on your side of the world? You guys started school back up yet? You guys have probably been in school the whole time. I don't know. Come on, Hank. Hank is super disappointed in me, guys. Almost like I made him do work or something. Almost like I made him actually do something, you know? You still have to remod me, I think. Oh, really? Did I? Let's see here. Click, and I thought you were modded. Okay, there you go. Boom. Bada bing, bada boom. Dunskies. Dunskies, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much for being ready to drop the banhammer on some scammers. We didn't want no scammers in. We've already had one pop in today, that's for sure. As soon as I actually have more of like the credits and ability to make my own videos and whatnot, because guys, I try to do all my own editing and stuff myself for the most part. I can't design like, you know, digital art really, but you know, I try to do the best I can to make everything I can for the channel myself, which is extremely difficult for me, having not had a computer until 6 months ago. But what's this right here? Wow. Okay. There were white-tailed jackrabbit. Right. Well, hold on. This is the same zone. Never mind. Never mind. But I'm going to be making a drop the banhammer video at some point. I think I'm going to do that next. We got the confetti and the let's go. Even though for some reason my CPU is just losing it on this particular stream. It must be the grass overlay, but it's really not that fancy. I don't think it's really not that fancy of a video. I might need to drop the resolution of it a little bit. That might be part of why it's so crazy. I don't know. I mean, when you shrink it down, it should drop the resolution. You would think itself. I don't know, but maybe we can configure the video to it. I think that might actually be part of it. I think I might have, because all those overlays that I made out of grass blowing in the wind, I did actually make those out of like Ultra HD. So technically that's like 3 different Ultra HD videos playing at the same time, just shrunk, you know? But the file size though, the file size is probably a lot bigger than it needs to be. Who knows? Obviously not. It's Ultra HD after you shrink it. In a way, right? In a way. But the original video itself definitely has the file size to it and the detail and clarity of a 4K. Ultra HD, not quite the same. All right, guys, can we get a 110-meter bow shot on a moose from across the lake? Let's find out. Long bow shot time. Let's see what we can do. We're sighted in for 60, 111 meters. I think we got it, by George. How did that not hit her? Oh, it did. It did. But you're telling me we missed a vital. God dang it. We must have hit the scapula perfectly. We must have hit the scapula perfectly for that one. Do you have the South America map like the new one? I do not. I do not. Right now, I have no real incentive to be... I want to play it. So, like, my incentive is, yeah, I want to see it. But I've had so few maps. I haven't had time to really even play, the ones that are new to me, right? Got it for the cappies. Oh, yeah. The capybaras that honestly, I want to get it. I haven't even gotten ASCII or the other new one before that. I haven't even gotten those yet. New England, I've barely even played. I just bought Quattroclinas, but guess what? Guess what, Thiago? We are starting or have started setting up for our first ever grind. We've done our monthly giveaways at least a couple times now, and I told everybody after we did our first one, we'd start setting up and doing a roe deer grind, which we did. And by golly, we are now a good ways into setting up for it. Like, it is a part of the grind, so we are kind of doing the grind. But right now we're scouting drink zones, but we're doing the roe deer grind on Quattroclinas. We're doing the hardest grind first for the first grind, but it's also with the easiest method, which is like the one lake method. So I'm super pumped about it. Hopefully it pans out. We better start hoofing it, y'all. We better start hoofing it. I can't believe we shot that girl from 111 and didn't get a vital. I had it lined up right on the back side of her shoulder, so I had to have just either lacked the penetration altogether from that distance or hit a bone. Probably hit a bone. To be honest, not all roe deer great one fur types are cool. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. I'll have you know that I will think that it is extremely cool, no matter what. I'm already, no. They are awesome. I'm just kidding. I'm joking. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. And by everybody, I mean me. I'm joking. I haven't really seen the fur types. I think they look pretty nice, but I've only seen a few images here and there. I haven't really looked too much. I will tell you though, what we're going to do is we're going to keep grinding until we're going to do an extreme herd management one lake method. It's going to take a long time to set up. It's going to be a long time before we're really just there and just shooting them at the lake. But hey, that's all right though. That is all right though. It's gonna be quite a while, but once we have it set up, we're gonna have nothing but the absolute best great one set up, and we're gonna keep going until we get a multi-mount of the three brothers. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. The triple roe deer mount with 3 great ones, bro. Wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be just the best trophy ever? A triple great one mount. Oh my gosh, that would be so cool. All right, we got 7 minutes game time, less than 7 minutes game time, which means we got a haul up here because we're gonna have to kill these suckers before they start traveling. So I don't usually run within 200, but we might do it this time. Run right up to like 150 and hopefully spot us a white-tailed jackrabbit. We just got the Weapon Pack 3 today, Thiago. I'm not sure if you've ever tried that one out, but it's got a 22 pistol on it that it's all right. It's all right, you know. I think the Zarza, the modern Weapon Pack, I think is a little better in my opinion, but you know. We got a little bit of a ridge right here that we got to get over to see them, so we're just going to have to approach just dead on from where we're at, fast enough to get a view. I don't know. I don't know what the other weapons are on it, but I can tell you that I'm super stoked to figure out what they are. I don't know if they're going to be better than what we already use for most animal classes, but oh yeah, guys, crap, I forgot. Hey, yo, guys, quick announcement. Tomorrow's first stream is actually going to have to be rain checked. We'll still be there for the second stream, but tomorrow's first stream, I have to be 3 hours away from home for yet another doctor's appointment. Just had 2 of them yesterday. Spent the entire morning, afternoon out of town at multiple doctor's appointments yesterday. Good and bad news. They found out kind of what the problem is and where the pressure is in my head, right? You know, because I have that infection in my head that caused a whole bunch of, I have a chronic infection, caused a whole bunch of growth in my head, massive amounts of pressure everywhere. Why in the world does he do what he does with the healing whenever I'm zooming out of my binos? I tell you what. I mean, the fur types are cool, but one looks leucistic and the other looks like piebald, right? But yeah, guys, tomorrow's first stream, I completely, I can't keep track of all the appointments all the time, but tomorrow's first stream will be postponed or just canceled, really. The second stream is when you'll see us. Why do they have to always be in a little bowl that you cannot see? For crying out loud. They're always in like a little bowl that you can't get a visual on. We don't have a warning thump yet, but you better believe we're going to get one. Can I play with you on Xbox, please? I do not do spontaneous stuff. I'm so sorry, man. Mage. I'm going to call you Mage. Magellan. Magellan, that's what I'll call you. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Yeah, unfortunately, bro, Chacho, I don't do just on the spot stuff just because if I did, I'd never be able to plan out and do kind of like the things I'm trying to do. But we do have monthly events where we play with viewers and monthly events where you can win gift cards and whatnot just by playing on your own map and kind of doing a little hunt raffle competition with us. So if you want to link up with us, we can play together sometime, just not today, unfortunately. Let's get up here. Come on. Don't tell me they're fleeing already. They are. They fled. Nope, it's a warning thump. Oh, they are fleeing. Yep, they spooked. Okay. This is so stupid. I shouldn't have done what I did at all, but by golly, I tell you what. Yeah, I'm sorry, bro, Chacho. It's just with any channel at all, most of the time, if you let people hop in, just any stream, then it kind of becomes never really being able to play You know, kind of what you want to play. And I'm not looking to burn out on that. That's for sure. God dang it. God dang it. Such a bad shot. Such a bad shot. Such a bad shot. Come on now. At least they're kind of stuck, right? How do you do? Oh, the monthly event. We just host it. We have a lot of rules and stuff for it that we explain when it's getting closer to that time. But all you have to do is play on Leighton Lake on solo player, and if you're 18 years or older and in our Discord, then you know you can just upload screenshots and stuff and win a gift card. If you're under 18, you can still participate, but in order to receive the gift card, you have to have a parent contact us from their own Discord on Discord because we can't message any minors directly to give them their prizes. Got him. Let's go. All right. That, y'all, is going to be, I think, 4 out of 13 jackrabbits. My goodness, guys. This is such a weekly challenge that we're trying to get done. What day can we look at my lodge? I am not completely sure, bro, Chacho. I'm running short on time today. We might be able to try it next Wednesday, but that's a kind of play it by ear kind of thing, only because I don't know what the challenges will be. So when the challenges are like today, y'all, and it's extremely hard to get all 3 dailies and the weekly done in one day because I only stream Call of the Wild most of the time on Wednesdays, right? I try to do it on Thursdays and over the weekend when I can as well, but I play a variety of games. So most of the time, because of the daily challenges and stuff, I have to get those all done on Call of the Wild Wednesdays. We can absolutely do that on the next Play with Viewers event that we do. Maybe we can get a second rabbit just sitting here doing this, right? Maybe we can just keep chasing them and get some more rabbits that way. That would be fantastic. Let's go. We'll just keep chasing if we have to. We'll just keep chasing if we got to. That'll work for me. That's 5 out of 13. I don't really care how we get this challenge as long as we get it. But yeah, bro, on Play with Viewers Day, that's probably when we'll check out lodges. But if we want to do it before then it's just going to be kind of like we'll have to see after the stream starts. This is just a particularly challenging Wednesday for me. I'm going to be overtime just trying to get the weekly challenge done. Nonetheless, the 3 dailies. All right. Well, guys, we're doing something. Got a lot of pressure. Hopefully we didn't just overlap into a dead zone. No. High pressure, but no dead zone. If we're lucky, we'll chase down the last one and just keep that going. This method is working, y'all. This method is fine by me. I am excited to see your lodge, that's for sure. 40 to 50 meters in front of us, but by golly, we're absolutely going to be able to find them. This is working way better, guys. This right here, just chase them down. Whatever misses, get out of here. Get out of here, bear. Get out of here, lady. We got 2 deed zones out of that. Can we get 3? Can we get 3? I don't know. Where's some little rabbit steps? These are some deer tracks. We lost the rabbit tracks, y'all. But we got quite a few out of that. We got 5, I think. 6 out of 13 now. So we only need 7 more, and we'll finally have the weekly challenge done. We'll probably just be I got to hop off for reasons, but see you next time. Absolutely, Thiago, Brochacha. Thank you for checking in. Thank you for checking in, my friend. But yeah, it's gonna be really fun checking out your lodge, Ken. I'm super excited with how many great ones you got. We might just check it out, off stream sometime if you want to as well. Yeah, I could probably do that sooner, but I say that I don't have any time to play without being on stream. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying my very best with this crazy schedule. But when I have like 3 or 4 doctor's appointments in a week, I mean, every single week I usually have like 1, on average. And then, 2 kids, a wife whose dog is in the process of dying, unfortunately. And then I was doing like 10 streams a week. Oh God, it's just been too much. We are rearranging our schedule though to make things less hectic because I found out there's just no way I can do 2 streams a day and still make content and then be there for my family and do everything I got to do with my doctors. There's just no way. So we're probably going to be, we've already decided that we're going to be getting rid of the Tuesday morning stream because that's just Brotato and nobody's really there for that. I think the other one, to give us more time to be able to do what we need to do, I think the other one we're going to be getting rid of, guys, is the Friday morning because that one's harder on my wrists. We don't really have anybody show up for that one. And so we'll still be streaming twice a day on Wednesdays and Thursdays, which will probably be a bunch of Call of the Wild. All right, guys, we got 1,400. We got to get to another need zone. Try and get some more white-tailed jackrabbit. They're still going to be resting. Just got to find out which zone has them at that exact time. $10 to $14. Now I can't find nothing but 10 to 14, right? All right, guys, let's see. I know we had some more 10 to 14 over west, but I'm just trying to check and make sure and get familiar with all of them because they're spread out. 10 to 14, of course. 10 to 14, of course. 10 to 14, of course. Oh, my gosh. Okay, there's some white-tailed jackrabbit right there. We're going to go for that spot next. We still have a north wind, so let's see where we want to approach that from. Right here. Boom. By golly, y'all, we're going to get the weekly challenge done one way or another. I tell you what. I tell you what. How many great ones do you have now, Cannon? Quite a few, I know, but how many was it exactly? Like 80? 33. Okay, I was way off. But hey, 33 great ones. Hopefully you get more than me would be a great one. Oh, that would be, well, I plan to eventually one day, hopefully, right? If I keep streaming it, but I'm going to have, it's going to be such a long process. The game will probably be dead by the time I actually do that for all I know. No game lasts for forever, right? This game's been out for nearly a decade now. Hopefully it lasts forever. They announced, I think, a long time ago that they were done updating it, and then they just completely stopped that and kept going. But it'll be dead for me eventually if they don't fix the multiplayer. If they don't fix the multiplayer, I'm 1,000% going to eventually find a new game. Got a nice bear running in front of us. I've tried to get into... Oh, let's go, guys. Let's go. We got some white-tailed jackrabbit fleeing in front of us. I think I see them up ahead just a little bit on the right. Yep. We're going to get a freebie on our way to the next zone. That's going to be awesome. That's not the white-tailed jackrabbit tracks, but if we can spot them... Not looking like it. Not looking like it. Looks like they got away with that one, but... We might, if these are white-tailed jackrabbit tracks, if we could just keep running fast enough, then we might see them. No, looks like we lost them. People have been saying delete the game, then re-download it, and it should work. Really? You know what I say? The developers should fix it. That sounds picky. I don't know. That's me. I've seen so many, but then again, I have a bad impression of game developers now because I've seen certain game developers just really rob their community. Like they want money from their community, but they don't take care of their community. And that's not all game developers, of course, but you know, it's become, I guess, kind of like my default impression of most of them, and that's a little prejudgmental. That's a little prejudgmental, I think, but try to hope for the best. Hopefully that works. I'll try that and see if it works, but I'm hoping that they'll actually just fix the gall darn game, and that won't be an issue. Let me Google that real quick. Does deleting and re-downloading Call of the Wild fix the multiplayer glitch where animals spook or get nervous way too easy in multiplayer Call of the Wild? Okay, come on now. Let's see what people say. No, deleting and redownloading the hunter will not fix animals getting nervous or spooking too easily in multiplayer. The issue is caused by a server synchronization delays, host lag, or intended game mechanics rather than corrupted installation files. Server sync delay, high ping, or packet loss between you and your client causes the animal position and awareness states to be update late, making them feel hypersensitive. Shared spook ready. If another player nearby or the host makes noise, moves too fast, or triggers an alert, the server often registers the disturbance for all nearby players, even if you are hidden. None of this is correct information. None of this is correct information because it's not based on sound. It's not based on anything. I've had both of us be in tripods 150 meters away from each other. Like, she's 80 meters away from the Foxborough call, which is like 150 meters away from the animals need zone. And so, she's like 200 meters away from the animals need zone. And I am 100 meters behind her, both of us in tripods downwind of the animal, and it still will not come in. So this AI, I can tell you this much. This is very much not accurate. Friend is spooking all in. It could be very well some glitch. Yeah. It says, okay, it says 1 year ago, the new update finally fixed multiplayer hunts. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. A year ago is when I started having the problem. That's crazy. I'm just going to have to email him again. Hopefully, I'll try and download it. I'll try and delete and download it anyway. But, they do have a glitch I can show you. It helps with grinds. So you can get animals in multiplayer. It's like a bug. I prefer not to. To me, that's cheating. That's 1000% cheating to me. I don't mean that hatefully or anything, but if you take advantage of glitches or bugs to basically get like that's like money glitching, right? That's like money glitching. There's just, if you money glitch, that's the whole point of the game, is to earn things, right? That's the whole point of the game. So for me personally, I don't mean this bad at all, but I'm just like, no, I'll never take advantage of a glitch or a bug to play a game. I want to play it the way that's like it's designed to be played. But I appreciate you trying to help me. I don't mean that in a bad way at all. Oh God, DayZ is a prime example of it, guys. DayZ, this is more of a DayZ freaking, grinds my gears on DayZ, right? People will sit there and they'll wall glitch so they can see through walls and see everybody. They'll hack and they'll be dupers. Well, they will duplicate infinite. I gotta hop. It is only the little glitch I do in multi until they fix the game. What does it do? Does it fix the game, or does it give you an advantage that you weren't intended to have? That's a real question. And I don't care either way. If you guys cheat, you guys cheat. That's, whatever. Just don't brag about it, I guess. That's the only thing. I'm just kidding. Halfway kidding. If you got 36 Great One melanistic turkeys in your trophy lodge, then yeah, don't talk to me about that. But to each their own, to an extent, until you're affecting other people, right? Until you're affecting other people. I swear, if people ever go around bragging about their Great One turkey, I'm just like, really? But yeah, dude, if it's something that fixes multiplayer, that's like, that's a different reason. That's for sure. I just wish they would actually fix it themselves. I know it might be challenging to, but it's like the whole point of the game that makes a lot of people stop playing the game is not being able to enjoy it with friends. Like no cross-platform support, no nothing really. What's up, Benjamin? It's the animals not be scared until about 30 meters. Not something I suggested people to do, but if it's needed, it's worth it a little. No. That to me is still, even if it helps you to get the kill, it's still, causing the animal to, be easier to kill than it's intended to be. So I'll pass on that one, but I appreciate you trying to help, because the multiplayer thing the multiplayer thing is my biggest issue with the game. I will try and delete and re-download the game sometime after looking into it a little bit more. Hopefully that does actually kind of help with it. But either way, I'm going to be emailing them again and asking if there's any reason or update, or is there anything at all going on with this like gigantic issue that you're having with your game. Hopefully God dang it, dude, that's crazy. We're just going to chase them down like we've been doing. Let's go chase down another real quick while we have time. Silver and brown on the fur type and trophy rating. If you guys hear another rabbit, get ready for a twofer. Well, it's not really a twofer, but... By golly, we're on their trail, though. We are on their trail, though. I'm looking for them. Not looking like we're going to find the other one that ran too quickly, but... That's all right, though. We did get another. We're at 7 out of 13, guys. 7 out of 13. Dude, oh, yeah, man. It's a... DayZ, though, guys, I tell you what, if you want to play a game that has the best potential in the world to be an awesome game, that the creators do nothing about cheating for, I don't know if you can, because you can't do nothing about cheating a lot of the times, but that game is like the best game ever that was ruined more than ever by cheaters. There's official servers that people hack and cheat on all the time, called dupers. They'll duplicate items through like PC hacks and stuff like that. It's crazy. So like you get like a really rare item that's impossible to find in the game that you need like 3 of to destroy someone else's base, right? Like some sort of like all the ingredients for like an explosive or something, right? Because in that game, it's a survival game with like zombies and other players trying to kill you. And you can build a base. So YouTubers actually use it to get close to great ones, and you don't notice it because they act like they don't use it. Last night to get, yeah, oh yeah, I know they do that because I watched a YouTuber walk right up behind a great one whitetail, and he walked literally right up behind it and shot through its body from rear end to through the front end and passed the harvest check on a great one. It was ridiculous. It was a whitetail great one, and he saw it from a ways away, then he walked right up to it, stood from me to about that tree, on it, maybe a little bit further out, and then shot it through the rear end, and the bullet came out the other side. And then they posted it, and everybody on YouTube went crazy and loved it. I'm like, that dude 1000% cheated. That dude 1000% cheated, it's just crazy. It's so sad. I just use it for some nice photos last night, but I think honestly for me, it's just like, don't use, and I'm not calling you out on this or not like that, but for me, it's like, the only way to address that stuff for me is just like, don't use it at all. Right. Like, cause if everybody can pick, when it's okay to use a glitch, then everybody's just going to decide to use a glitch when they want to. But there's nothing like super, super, super wrong about that, right? There's nothing just like super bad about it. It's just, it's like video game cheating. It's not like somebody typing in a cheat code on Mortal Kombat or something is worth getting upset about. Right. Like it's a video game. It's a video game. But, I actually hate that they won't fix it. Yeah, oh yeah, I know. I saw a girl on TikTok who has like, not that big of a following. She opened up her map and she had like over $13 million. And I was like, how'd you get all that? And then I was like, how much money was that? And she's like, cause she just went like that. She opened up her map real quick and closed it. And she wouldn't spend very much time on it, but it said over $13 million. I saw those digits and I was like, how much is that? She's like, oh, what, the money? And she's like, oh, 13 million. It's 13 million. And so I gave her a little test and I was like, how'd you get all that? You know, how have you not spent that? How have you not spent a large portion of that? Because you can see like famous YouTubers have like maybe 500,000, right? So having 26 times that and being a channel 10 times smaller, wild to me, right? So I asked her, she's like, guess what she said, guys? And I'm not trying to make fun of her, but guess what she said? I asked her, I was like, how'd you earn all that? And she was like, because she has a ton of gear, right? Like a ton of gear. All the tents and tripods you could ever need, right? And so I was like, how do you have that much? You had to have earned like at least 20 million altogether to have all the tents and tripods for every map, right? And still have 13 million. So how'd you do that? She was like, oh, just Fox and Bear. Just Fox and Bear, you know. But she paused for a second and she kind of acted hesitant. Now I'm going to feel really bad if she was telling the truth. But like, you don't get $13 million in this game by just shooting Fox and Bear and not even mentioning daily challenges, weekly challenges, missions, crocodiles, you know, Bantang, you know, water buffalo, you know, like the real money makers in the game. That nobody's going around out earning somebody on purely Fox and Bear. They're way harder to hunt than animals that pay more and are easier to hunt, first of all. And the challenges, the daily challenges, the weekly challenges. Now, I believe you can get $1 million, $2 million, 10 million, whatever in this game legitimately. But you ain't doing it hunting nothing but Fox and Bear. In my opinion, I don't know, unless they're just that dang cracked at the game, which they could be. But I'd say there's about like a 70-30 chance. I'd say there's like a 100 meters away and we're getting a warning thump. I did kind of move around a lot there, though. But yeah, I would say there's like a 70-30, maybe 80-20 chance that they're money glitching. They're money glitching. They have 13 grand left over after buying every Trent and tripod and piece of gear you could ever want. You know, it's like they're money glitching. But I do the weekly and daily challenges every Wednesday. Try to get all 4 of them done within the first stream and a half to have some time to grind roe deer later. Guys, we are going to have a nice angle. Enough of that, though, guys. Enough of that. Let's get to some good stuff, right? Let's get to some good stuff. Oh, they're traveling. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. A nice little Roosevelt elk zone just right in between us and our actual goal. We'll take a quick bow shot at some Roosevelt elk while we're here, that's for sure. But them rabbit are hauling. They are moving somewhere. Let's take an 80. Nah, let's get, well, who cares? Who cares? Let's take a quick 80-meter shot at a female laying down, see if we can't. Now, that should have got a lung. Yep, we got a lung. That one's pretty nervous. Let's see if we can shoot her real quick, too. And she's down. Let's go, guys. Couple of 70, 75, I don't know, something. What was it? Yeah, 75 meter shots on some Roosevelt elk females. In the hello. Okay, fine. We'll take another one. We're just getting money, guys. That's all we're doing. We're just getting money. Okay, yeah. Weird time to flee, right? After we lay down and all that, but let's grab a couple of freebies here on our way to get some more white-tailed jackrabbit. Money. 77.35 meters with that 600 grit arrow, 300 session score. 853 cash in a brown fur type with a right lung, heart, and left lung shot from 75. I'll take it. Where did this other gal die at? I thought she ran off this way. I'm not seeing her first blood splatter, though, beyond the, whatever. Whatever, bro. We're not worried about you. We're not worried about you. We're looking for a blood splatter in the area. There we go. We're on the trail now. Here she is. Yeah, I'll take a 77-meter bow shot for a double lung and heart all in one. I'll take that. We also got the, we got her through the stomach, liver, right lung, radius ulna, and right metacarpus from 80.97 meters. I'll take that too. I'll take that. All right, guys, let's get back over to the white-tailed jackrabbit. Because that trail is lost to Hank. Hank has lost that trail. By George, I think that was it. I think that was the zone. I think they left, but we'll find another one. That's what you call getting distracted. That's what that was. I do know that we had some more. Good gosh, my game is struggling for a new Series X. New-ish Series X. I do know we have some 1400 to so on and so forth white-tailed jackrabbit zones over here. Like I said, boom. We still have a mostly north, like a north-northeast wind, so we're going to approach this from the tent. But before I do, let me double check and make sure there's no white-tailed jackrabbit zones. Yeah. Yeah, even closer. Okay. So we, So we'll stop by this one first and pop on up to this one second, which will be super easy peasy. Get ourselves, hopefully, a couple more. And we're at 7, I think, right, guys? Let me check when I get done loading. We're at 7 out of 13 for a $12,000 payday. And then we'll be back for Call of the Wild Wednesday Part 2 to get the other 15 grand worth of challenges done. Okay. All right, let's pop on over here real quick. Whoa. 227, not that great. Not that great. Man, am I going to have to go all the way around here? Okay, no, we're good. We're good. Nothing like getting the weekly challenge done within a couple hours, hopefully. We did pick the most expensive one because by golly, we are broke. But we're getting there. If we are at 30,000 now, by the time we get the others, we should be close to 32,000 because we got 6 more times about $350 a piece. That's about $2,000. So we'll be close to 32,000 plus the other 12,000. So I'll put us somewhere around $44,000 by the time we get done with the Jackrabbit Challenge. And we got another chunk to get. Like I said, we got another 11,000 plus the animals for the other part. So I'm going to guess around 14,000. So that should put us at 44 plus 14. So it'd be 58,000. And we got to get to 64,000 preferably by the end of the day. So that way we can get ourselves 4 tripods in one day. That would be just fantastic. Yeah, if we could get 64K by the end of the day, we might buy 3 instead of 4 just because we really don't need to be completely out of money at $0 ever. But we will have at least earned a pretty good amount. We'll get 3 tripods today minimum either way. We already have almost enough for 2. So we'll be cooking with Crisco. We'll be cooking with Crisco. Pretty dense area over here. I don't know if you guys have hunted. This is Mount Kraken. Yeah, Mount Kraken. I don't know if you guys have hunted the river over here by Mount Kraken very much, especially over in this area, Hyanda. But there are some good missions there. One of them is to get a whitetail from beyond, like, I think 200 meters, something like that, which is not too hard to do, except for the fact that there's not very many here that you can see that far. It's so dense and the terrain is so, you know, inconsistent, and it's not flat and open enough. And over here where it is open, boy howdy, it is not. I don't have any whitetail deer in that area whatsoever. Let me actually check out that mission while I'm here. Or did I finally get it? I might have finally done it. Nope. This right here, guys, in this area, let me start crawling for a second. In this area, you have to shoot a whitetail beyond 200. From at least 200. And all this is so hilly. I don't ever see any whitetail here. They might be here during their drinking time, but if so, they're, you know, I've yet to spot them. Maybe I just need to kill some more whitetail and let them respawn, and they might get some there. But that's been one particular mission that's probably easy for most people that I have struggled with from day one. If I set my mind to it, I could definitely, I think, do it pretty quickly. But amongst all the other things that I have to do, that is not one that I'm really too worried about. It is eating at me a little bit, though. Okay. All right, guys, we do have the white-tailed jackrabbit somewhere in the area. Just got to hope we get some sort of line of sight on them, and we got to approach them a little more cautiously than the last time or two. Woo! I tell you what. The auto walking is definitely helping my wrists, I can tell you that much. No way we're getting to, it's got to be Hank. It's got to be Hank that's upsetting them. It's got to be. I'm going to tell that dude, I'm going to mark about where I think he's pointing, and I'm going to tell that dude just to lay the crap down. Maybe a little bit more to my left, which is south, so a little bit more down. Just a smidge. Just a smidge. Yeah, that's pretty close. We're going to call him off of those guys. Excuse me, sir. Thank you. I definitely think he's helping make them nervous because I've been crawling from like, what, 70 meters out, something like that? 60, 70 meters out. And they don't exactly have our wind. We got a pretty straight across, straight across right to left on our wind right now. And they don't have really any sense of smell. Like, they have a sense of smell, but not a great one. So I think he's 100% the reason why they're kind of doubly nervous right now. He did help us find him, though. W. Hank. Love that guy. If I can get to this tree right here and use it for cover, I can sit up and maintain my lack of visibility. They have hearing and visibility. Both are about even. They're both like a level 3 on the Call of the Wild companion app, right? So I don't really need to favor one over the other, but it's pretty easy to stay quiet if you half stick crawl like this. It's just not so easy to stay invisible. Yeah. So let's hope that if I squat, yep. Cool beans. Now I just got to locate them. And wouldn't you know it, they are in a tight little space right there that we just cannot see. Oh, there we go. If I could just get to where I could see. Yeah, there's. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We could try to take that shot. We could try to take that shot. It might make it just a wee bit tricky. He's only 14 away though, so I'm hoping that there won't be no problem getting through to him. Yep, we're fine. We got some more of them. We got some more of them. We're going to chase them down. We're going to chase them down until they slow down, take another shot. But they're probably going to be at least 50 or 75 out by the time they slow down. Slow down already, brochacho. Oh, my gosh. Oh, no. Yeah, no. He got away pretty quick. He got to hauling. I tell you what. We're going to have to go get some more 22 LR ammo anyway, guys. But that's 8 out of 13 for starting the weekly challenge today. I'll take it, you know. We got a light brown fur color on her, 15.97 meters away with the Anderson Defender, and 200 session score, $409 cash, and we got him right in that left scapula, it looks like. But we'll take it. We'll take it. Another $400 in the pocket and one more rabbit closer to the weekly challenge being done. 5 more to go, y'all, before we wrap up part 1 of the day. Part 1. Part 2 is going to be hopefully a little bit more entertaining than Jackrabbit, but we got to make that money. All right, here's a good one right there. And we do have, like I said, we still have one up here too that we can go to. We'll probably actually go to that one first. This one's just southeast of that stand there, so that's how we'll remember that. And white-tailed jackrabbit, right chaw. All right, guys, let's get to hoofing it. Let's go. Six more shots. We need 5 more rabbits. So if we're just very careful, we won't really have to stop too much. We won't have to stop at all other than the usual fast traveling between points. As long as we just don't go absolutely crazy with the spray and pray on the rabbits. Hey, look at that. Are you fleeing toward me right? That's not how you do that, bub. That's not, no. Bad job. God dang, they just don't really sense me very much. The coyotes today. We're literally running right up to them. Guys, I think we're stopping for something. All right, guys, here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to place this call right ya. Right ya. We're going to get ready for a moose. Wrong button pressing. We are not, however, going to do anything as far as calling it in and all that jazz until we are on top of this rock, if we can even get on top of this rock. We're 15 meters away from it right now. I want to be a minimum of 20 for that bull moose right there. They have good smell and hearing, mostly good smell, I think. Oh my gosh. So if we can maintain some kind of semblance of quiet, we should be able to bow shoot him pretty easily. Go find something medium to get away from me. Go on, Hank. Get on, boy. Go. All right, now lay down. All right, we're going to sight in for 20. And before you know it, y'all, we're going to have a bull moose. Hopefully he's a good one. Hopefully he's a good one. Might take me a second or two to get less nervous, but it shouldn't be too long. There's absolutely no way he's going to get any of our wind, because the only way would be for him to make his way around to there. And he ain't doing that. He ain't doing that. He might take a fat minute to deal with some of the terrain he's dealing with, but he should respond. Okay, yep. He's making his way downtown, walking fast, trying to get a moose girlfriend. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Let's see here. I cannot breathe today, guys. Cannot breathe. I don't know if he's gonna make it up to the call before he gets like disinterested and leaves, because they do. Okay, he's hello. Yeah, he did. He made it. He made it. That should get through too long at that distance. Yep, we're good. We're good. On to the next. Let's go. All right, guys, we got a very easy bull moose hunt right there on the way to the next jackrabbit spot. We got about 51 minutes until the time change. 51 game minutes, which is like 10-ish, like 11 minutes of real time before we have to get to the next spot. Ooh, of the jackrabbit. Where in the world did his second blood trail go? I saw him loop back around here to the left. I just don't see another blood splatter. I see some poop. I don't see another blood splatter. There's another blood splatter. All right, there he is. Right on the way. Come on, Hank. Come on, Hank. We'll discover the zone just in case, but honestly, it's going to be, yep, it's his. It's just his zone. All right, guys, we got ourselves a silver double lung. He's a silver moose. We got a double lung on him from 24.84 meters with the bow and arrow, 371 on the session score, 1,055 bucks cash money. And that is just about where I want it in a video game. Not necessarily where I probably want it in real life, but we'll take it. All right. I don't moose hunt, though. I deer hunt in real life. And, you know, I'm not entirely sure how bow hunting a moose would go. I imagine it would be quite the experience. There better not have been some white-tailed jackrabbit running right there. Better not have been. Shouldn't have been. Could have been, though. Nope. Nope, we got a turkey area. All right. All right, guys, let's see here. Let me make sure my audio is working. Sometimes it desyncs a little bit partway through, so I'm just going to double check that. I don't love the amount of foliage that we're going to have to deal with to get through these guys, but that's all right. That is quite all right. Got another moose behind us, but we're not worried about her. We're worried about these 5 other jackrabbit that we got to get before we wrap things up. Yeah, they are way closer than the need zone said, but the need zones are approximations. Hopefully, we're not just right on top of them, which it looks like we're pretty close, but... Whew. All right, what did I say? We're at 8, right? Yeah, 8. Just make, yep. Okay. We're going to try and get 2 out of this if we can. Hopefully they have a buddy. Hopefully that buddy panics and runs. Hank is indeed pointing. Okay, I'm only seeing the one. Guys, there's a bear 25 meters. We crawled just upwind of it. How? What? Okay. Not gonna lie. That's probably gonna die. She's probably gonna die. Yeah, she's gonna die for sure. All right, let's go. All right, y'all. That's a twofer. $43.7 with the Anderson Defender. And we got a 200 session score with $382 cash on this wonderful female whitetail jackrabbit with a light brown fur color. And we got a nice right lung shot, just exactly where we want it. All right, let's go. That was crazy, guys. We're I think they're definitely changing some things in the game. I don't know how good of a change it is because we are now running up and crawling around upwind and everything of coyotes and black bears without them even noticing us within like 20 meters. We've ran up to 2 coyotes where we almost touched them before they spooked. The bear, we just crawled right next to her. We just crawled right next to her. Super weird. But she was a level 2 difficulty. We were very slow in our approach, so, I'm not going to complain about it. That's for sure. We got a right lung shot on her from 25.26 meters with, again, another 600 grit arrow for the bears. And, we got 800 session score, $1,225 cash, and she has, wouldn't you know it, a black fur type. All right. Yeah, we'll take that. Take a quick $1,200 out of that. All right, guys, on to the next whitetail jackrabbit zone. We're at 9 out of 13, 4 more to go, and we will be granted. We will be granted $12,000 additional dollars. That is our next point of interest. We have a northwest wind, so anything south will do. This is perfect. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Can you imagine what it'd be like if you crawled up to 20 meters from a bear without knowing it in real life? Oh my gosh. All right, guys, we got a haul. We got a haul though, because they're only there from 1400 to 1800. And by golly, Miss Molly, we're pushing it. There's about 19 minutes or less of game time. So we got about like 4.5 minutes of real time to get this killed before the time zones change. They will be there like 10 minutes late, maybe. It depends on how long they decide to hang around, but we got about somewhere around 5 minutes altogether to get this kill. And that'll put us at 10 out of 13 on the weekly challenge that we just started this stream. What a weekly challenge it is, guys. $12,000 in our pockets for about 3 hours of hunting. And that's not even including the other 11,000 plus that we're going to get for the second stream. Definitely going to be getting plenty of stands. The roe deer grind will be well underway. Very well underway. We have done a lot of scouting. We have done quite a bit of scouting already on the roe deer grind. We've gotten the majority of their drink zones discovered. But herd management is going to be pretty difficult. I think herd management is going to be pretty darn difficult. I'm probably going to print off a map, honestly. I'm thinking about printing off a map with all my drink zones on it. I don't really know how to do that. I wish there was an app. I wish I could make an app. Maybe I could one day. where you could actually, you know, type in the coordinates, because there are GPS coordinates down there on the bottom right. There are long series of numbers though, but I wish you could type those in and it would tell you exactly where. You could just do the first two numbers, right? It would tell you just about exactly where stuff is. You could do that to organize and keep track of things. Hey, you know, he's all right. He's nothing special. We'll grab their need zone while we're here in case we don't already have it. We do have one right here for some reason. She's special. Okay. Yep. Are you gonna spook at all, lady? Is that gonna happen? And let's see here. And boop. That should have spooked her. We missed. Pick that up. Guys, they definitely broke the game somehow. It's definitely a little broken. We've run up to... We've run up or crawled up way too close to not get caught too many times. But they'll blow a warning call at us from 100 meters. Not upwind of them either. But we can run up to like 8 meters from them. Okay. Weird. Hopefully they fix it. Okay. We're getting a little close now, so time to cool it on the sprinting and stuff. Once we get to about 100, I don't know, I'm going to have Hank start looking for him. I'm going to make sure he's nice and happy, though. Yep, there he goes. There he goes. Show me where they're at, buddy. Get a nice dog biscuit for that. Where are they, pal? Where are they? There's that same deer. Whoop, 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 whoop. There we go. There we go. I don't even know if we need him to continue spotting them for us. He might just upset them a little bit. I'm going to mark that spot right there, and I'm just going to have him lay down. I don't really need him to make them nervous. Ooh, there's more than one. There's very clearly more than one. Okay. Perfect, guys. Perfect. You know what would be super cool is if we could get more than one right now without, I would say without spooking them. They're going to spook. So instead of... Oh, wait, we're running out of time though. Oh, yeah, we're running super out of time. All right, instead of taking all day to do this, I'm trying to get as close as I can without them getting too nervous, and I'm going to try and pick my shots pretty good. I'm going to try and zoom out and get a twofer here. No way, no. Horrible timing. Okay, where's he at? Oh, there's multiple up there. There's multiple up there. We gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta chase him. We gotta chase him. Got one more. Oh, come on. Oh, yeah. Gonna hit that tree for sure. All right, that's all of our bullets, so we're gonna have to stop right there. But we got a twofer, guys. We got two. We got a gray fur color on this female, silver 3.52 in the trophy rating, and we got a 29.69 meter shot with that Anderson Defender. 200 on the session score. She was on the run, on the walk, I should say, and $400 cash right there. That right there is 10 out of 13. This is going to make 11 out of 13. Heck yeah. So again, another female with, this one's got the gray fur color. 2.56 on the trophy rating, and we shot her on the move from 45.52 with that same Anderson, 175 on the session score, and a little bit less money, 368, but hey, we'll take it. And by golly, Miss Molly, we are two. We are only, look at what 2 shots with a 22 LR pistol does, guys. Holy cow. All right, guys, we are 2 measly kills away. I think 1800 might be when they switch to feed zones. Let me check that real quick on the app. I think we might be, yeah, they're in feed zones now. Now we're going to find them in these circles with the little green leaves on them. Let's see what we can do. 2100, there are some jackrabbit there, but just not at this time. Let's see here. God, the game is struggling so much right now. Like even just moving my map around is struggling to do so. It's never really done this too much before. I gotta wonder like what updates are really going on. Whitetail jackrabbit from 3 to 6. That's not what we're looking for at all. We're just gonna look at every piece of grass, every 3 to 6 on that one. Every single green leaf, and trying to get a feel for it. It seems like Northwest, they're all eating like in the morning time. I don't know how consistent that'll be. Maybe that's just the only time that we walked across that portion of the map. 0 to 3. There are some that begin at 1800. Make no mistake. We're just going to have to find them. 2100 down there on the bottom left of the map. We probably won't make it to 2100 before we get the last ones that we need, though. So I'm really not going to stress too much about remembering a whole lot of them. Just got to get a couple zones. I need 2 zones with some white-tailed jackrabbit from 1800 to what would it be, like 2200, you know, 2100, 18. There we go. There's one. And we can head that way while we look for the others. I'm just going to look around real quick before I do, since I already got the map up. Okay, we're just gonna have to look while we walk to that spot because this is gonna take a while. What wind do we have? We still have that slightly northeast wind. So we're going to. I tell you what, we're going to go right here and we're going to loop down and get him on a crosswind. Right, cha, something like that. So let's go. Let's go. Two more rabbit, y'all. It's going to be almost exactly a 3-hour process from start to finish. From when we began the weekly challenge just earlier at the beginning of the stream and when we're going to finish it. What is going on, bro Chacho? How are you doing? Who done this? How you doing? I'm doing pretty well. A little short of breath per the usual, guys, per the usual. But overall, doing very well. I'm blessed and highly favored. Thank you so much for the sub. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Who done this? How are you doing today, my friend? Let's get some more ammo, guys. Let's get some more ammo. Handgun ammo. Yep, that's, well, I mean, do we get 22 LRR from here too? Nope. It is technically a handgun, but it's still only in the, bada bing, bada boom. Still only in the rifle section. Appreciate that sub, dude. Thank you so much for the sub. We're glad to have you. We also, guys, I forgot again. Oh my gosh, guys. El Mechanic. No, I didn't forget. Never mind. I forgot that I didn't forget. We have a link to the Mechanexus if you guys want to join us there, guys. We do monthly Call of the Wild events. Doing good just on your tar grind. Heck yeah, dude. Heck yeah, bro. I'm starting my first ever Great One grind ever, and it's going to be Roe Deer and Quattro Colinas. That's why we're doing challenges first every Wednesday, and then after that, we're continuing our setup. We got all the tents we need for the most part, you know, but we need some more tripods, so we're kind of still half doing challenges, half scouting roe deer and setting stuff up, and just starting the process. How's your tar grind going? How long you been on that one? How many animals in are you? We're going to, guys, it's going to be a long, hear me out, guys. It's going to be a long time of setting up, herd managing, doing everything perfectly for this roe deer grind. But we're going to keep going until we get 3 great ones on it and do a map multi-mount of the 3 brothers for some great one roe deer for our first ever great one. We're going to do extreme herd management, all that jazz. One lake method with extreme herd management. Going to try and get it where it's so perfect that it's just a super fluent process. Doesn't take very long. It's my first grind ever, so figuring out how to swap spawns and stuff like that might be a little slow to start. If you guys have any tips for me when you see me on Quattro Colinas, then feel free to let me know. And here we are, guys. We need 2 more jackrabbit. He is on to the first of those 2. He is currently tracking number 12. Thank you, Hank the Cow Dog. 3 days and about 1,500 kills already popped. Oh, hey, great one already played. Let's go, dude. Let's go. Heck yeah, dude. Let's go. Let's get some glitchy confetti going there. There we go. Let's go. We got a great one, guys. And by we, I mean not us, but a viewer. One of the viewers got a great one recently. Who done this? Who done this in the chat? Somebody. I'll do it myself. I'll do it myself. Who done? Don't tell me he's tracking the freaking turkey. I don't want you to track the turkey, bro, Chacho. I want you to track the white-tailed jackrabbit up here. Get over here, bro. Yeah, guys, feel free. If anybody's new to the channel, feel free to connect with us if you want to on our Mecha Nexus on the Discord. We do monthly events. We hang out. We have a whole category set up with several channels dedicated to it for Call of the Wild. We do monthly events where you can win gift cards just by participating. No entry fee, no paid subs. We do paid subs giveaways too with keywords and whatnot, but that's not the only way to win a gift card. We do a raffle hunt every month that I'm super excited about, guys. Let me see if I can put it on the screen real quick. Should be able to. Bada bing, bada boom, guys. Every single month on the Wednesday on or after the 15th. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. We got another one coming up scheduled already and ready to go. Where are these white-tailed jackrabbit, guys? Thanks, not gonna lie, I needed a break from my red deer. 3 years of shooting them and 18 great ones. Holy cow, dude. Oh my gosh, I haven't even done a grind yet. I've never even gotten a great one. And I have some people on here saying that over 30,000 kills on red deer alone. Holy cow, dude. Holy cow. See, that's what I want to do, guys. When I get the roe deer grind set up, why I'm making so much money in the process is because, A, Call of the Wild Wednesday is the day that we mostly stream Call of the Wild. We stream it twice every Wednesday, and we play it on other days when we can or want to. But, but we don't play just this game by any means. We play too many games to spend a whole lot of time on any of them. We do pretty good at all of them, though. Not like nothing inhumanly awesome or whatever, but we hold our own on shooters, on team games of variety for various kinds. We're doing all right, having just started Marvel Rivals on Tuesdays. But because I only play it so much because of my crazy schedule, I want to do exactly that, where you keep a grind set up and you can spend 2, 3, 4, 5 years just going back to that same spot and continuing to shoot some, see if you get another one. I don't want to make so little money that I have to take all 16 tents and all 16 tripods off of a grind. I want each grind to have as many tents and tripods as it needs without having to steal from one grind for another. And that's a lot, guys. How many great ones are there, guys? What is it, like 11? What is it? It's roe deer, red fox, tar, white-tailed deer, moose, roe deer, red fox, gray wolf, tar, white-tailed deer, moose. What else? Pheasant, ring-necked pheasants, which is 7. Fallow deer, red deer. What am I missing, guys? Wild boar. And guys, what's the one that I missed? Anybody in the chat? What is the one that I missed? We did red fox, roe deer, wild boar, red deer, fallow deer. Black bear. That was it. Black bear. By far, I found Tara very easy setup. Dude, you might be able to help answer some of my questions, guys. Both of you, Cannon, Who Done This, all you guys. So I've watched some videos on how to do like the one leg method and a little bit of how to do like a grind, right? But really, I haven't really looked into a variety of them for like different animals, different maps, things like that. Where do you want to set all your tents up? I know for the one lake method, you want to set your tents up on the one lake. Like there's a specific layout that you want. But there's a lot more tents to set down, and I'm not so sure there's specific places that they have to go or not. I've been kind of just picking at random almost, you know, where I think according to like the hotspot zones for their drinking zones. Here we go, guys. Right there is number 12 out of 13. As long as we don't spook them, Hank is good at making rabbits nervous. We're going to see if we can get up to a decent shot. We'll tell him to lay down. He's making her way too nervous. We'll get up to like right at 50. The accuracy on this gun is supposed to be like top tier, like maxed out, but for whatever reason, it just doesn't seem to actually operate that way. I'll be completely transparent. It seems to be a little off sometimes. All right. So if we can get some of this tall grass in front of us out of the way and back up a little bit, we'll just take that 50-meter shot right there. Okay, it said 0 rounds for a second. I was like, we just bought ammo. All right, let's see here, guys. Okay. There's another one. Guys, there's number 13 out of 13. Let's go. All we have to do is get eyes on him. It's so foggy, though. Where do they run to? Honestly, guys, we've been able to get multiple kills a lot from just chasing them when they slow down. They're very slow. Looks like we're going to have to actually go to one more zone, but then we'll be done with the weekly challenge, and we'll be wrapping up the... Well, we might do another challenge real quick. I don't know. I'll probably be wrapping it up after this, but then again, guys, I really do want to... That's 12 out of 13. We just started that challenge earlier today. 13 white-tailed jackrabbit, guys. That's the weekly challenge. Just started it about 3 hours ago. A little bit less than 3 hours ago. Let's find another zone for them. 18 to 21. But the other challenges we'll be doing, guys, before we do our roe deer grind, I might actually try and bust out some of these other challenges, even though I can only play with my wrists and my neck for so long. I would love to be able to spend more time actually setting up the roe deer grind, you know, instead of doing challenges. So we might try to spend another half hour on the stream, use auto walking, not have to use our hands very much, and see if we can't get some at least one or two of the daily challenges knocked out. White-tailed jackrabbit. Guys, we have not had to change the time one time for this white-tailed jackrabbit weekly challenge that we just started. I'm super, super proud of that. It is actually, I think it's a pretty decent challenge to get done in a few hours. You know, I mean, they're so just spread out. They don't have any drinking zones. You have to already know where they're at. I think we've done all right. We're looking for feeding zones from 1,800 to 2,200 for white-tailed jackrabbit. And we're just seeing a bunch of 0 to 3s and 3s to 6. 1,800. Let's go, ladies and gents. That right there is where the last of 13 jackrabbit will be. We will have the challenge, the weekly challenge, done within about 3 hours even. We have a horrible wind direction for that, though. We have pretty much a straight west wind headed east. A lot of people argue about that. That's the east wind. No, the wind's actually, you actually call the wind from where it comes from, not where it, not necessarily where it goes to, but it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. I've only been hunting for like a couple years and I didn't know that until then. You'd be surprised though. Like I'll have someone pop in the chat and be like, oh, that's an east wind. I'm like, guys, even if I was wrong, do you have to tell me? Do you have to? Do you have to? I'm just kidding. I do that all the time. Kind of, not really. A little bit. Not really, but yeah, maybe a little bit. Hey, guys, they are fleeing from 160 away. We were way too close. I just ruined that whole thing. I thought that was about 270 away. I thought that was just outside of spook range. We're going to chase them down, though. By golly, Miss Molly. They're not getting away with that. We're probably not going to chase them down, honestly, guys. We're gonna auto chase them while we look for the next freaking zone. I just ruined that. Oh my gosh, just ruined that so hard. I'm not changing the time though, guys. We're on a tree. I'm not changing the time though. We have not changed the time once for this challenge. We're not going to do it now. We're going to track them down, honestly. If there are tracks there, we'll just track them if we have to. Not too worried about spooking them because they're so dang slow whenever they're not sprinting. That's another tree. All right, let's go. That's another tree. Let's go. White-tailed jackrabbit. Where is... I guess we have just never spotted white-tailed jackrabbit at 1800, but that would make sense. We don't do a lot of nighttime hunting unless there's a challenge that dictates that it must be nighttime. White-tailed jackrabbit, white-tailed jackrabbit, white-tailed jackrabbit. All of them from 3 to 6. I'm going to cry. Give me another... Tell me I did not just spook the very last... I mean, the very last white-tailed jackrabbit zone that I had in time. That's going to be wild. Okay, lots of little oh, hey guys, look at that. And that is 13 out of 13, y'all. Let's go. Let's go. Weekly challenge done in the first stream. Let's go. All right, we got another silver female, 3.50 on the trophy rating, y'all. We got the intestines. She deserved it. I don't know why, but she did. Anderson defender, of course, from 23.71 meters and a session score of $200 and $404 cash money on this beautiful, absolutely beautiful gray white-tailed jackrabbit. All right, guys. 12 grand in the pocket. And like I said, we're at 4,000. I guessed we were going to be right around 44,000 when we got done with the weekly challenge. We're at 44,999. Let's go. All right. So the next challenges, y'all, involve some mountain elk and bison, both of which take us to the one and only Silver Ridge Peaks. Let's jump on over there, see what we can get done, because I'm really going to need to hop off for my wrists and my neck here in a little bit. But for now, let's just see how quickly we can bust some of this out, because one of them is like a 2 for challenge. One of them is like you can get both of them done in the same one go. There's no real time frame for it. It's just bison. Take a picture of 5. Oh, there is a time frame. Take a picture of 5 of them between 14 and 1800, and also harvest one of them within 25. So we're just going to approach a group from downwind, take a picture from a distance, and as we get closer, bow shot one of them suckers. All right, let me get Silver Ridge Peaks pulled up on the app, and we're looking at some plains bison, y'all. They have the rare fur types for them are albino, leucistic, and melanistic, and so their senses is very poor. I think it's movement vision, or sorry, still vision. I think they have decent movement vision, but I could be wrong. But their smell is a level 4 average, like 4 little green dots. So they're all right. They're not too bad. Their maximum difficulty is 5, so they're not going to be super hard. But anyway, from 1400 to 1800, y'all, they're going to be 1400 is halfway through their rest zone, right? And then 1800 is halfway through eating. So we're going to reset the time to 1400 and start looking for their rest zones. They're going to be already in them. We don't have to worry about the time being halfway through the need zone, because the need zone actually starts at 1200. So 1400, we're just setting it to that for the sake of the challenge. First, before I change the time though, hold on. We're going to be looking for rest zones for them at that time. Looking for some Z's. Heck yeah, that's going to be a perfect one. So that's one group. I want to get my eyes on at least a second group in that time. If I can. Plains Bison from 0 to 4, Pronghorn. Might not be able to. Okay, these are both two groups. Pretty open in front of each other. That's perfect. I'm going to place my marker kind of... Nah, we won't worry about putting it in between them. I'm going to fast travel here first, guys, and then we're going to change the time to 1400, and we're going to get this challenge done just like in no time at all. In no time at all. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. Well, honestly, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. I was going to say, if they're right in front of me, maybe I'll snap a pic, but the picture's the part that requires 1400. So we got a west wind. It's going to make this kind of challenging to approach because they got really good smell. What we might actually have to do, and I don't want to, is pop up here and travel on down southeast and then come back up to them. We'll see how it goes. There's probably a zone a little closer to us over here. Hopefully west of us. We'll just do that instead if we see one up here. So looking for Z's that are close and west, and that's going to be a negative Ghost Rider. That is, you guys remember people saying that back in the day way too much? All right, yeah. Absolutely nothing. If we walk through here, there's a chance that we'll come across some new groups of them in their sleeping zones, but I'm just not going to fuss with it. Just not looking to fuss with it. We'll grab this lookout while we're here after we change the time. Good old 1400. It's going to be the only time change I hope that we have to do so we maximize our monetary accomplishments. 800. For 800, I'm really just gonna, well, hold on. No, it's 800 to the, yeah, hold on. We're gonna grab an ATV for that. Guys, if you want to check out our content, y'all, you can type in mechaneck_TTV or just Mechaneck, more than likely. On pretty much any platform you want, you'll find us there, as far as like the normal ones. If somebody just started we're not on MySpace. We're not on MySpace. I would say the majority of them were on. X is another one that we're not really on. We have an account, but we just don't really mess with that too much. Too much inappropriate stuff on that one. We try to avoid that one. But nonetheless, guys, if you're looking for us, feel free to type our name in pretty much anywhere you want on the internet. See where you can find us, and drop us a follow or a sub or just whatever you want to do. If you feel like, guys, it'd be a huge support to the channel. Would be a huge support to the channel. If not, we're glad to have you anyway. We don't care in the slightest. I'm not trying to make it someone else's 9 to 5 supporting my channel. You know what I'm saying? But if you guys have a platform or a couple platforms that you're on, you could probably find us there. We do upload some good short form content that we're super excited about. We try to put it across all the places. All right, let's see here.
Found the tower. There's hopefully a free shelf inside or somewhere you can stash the supplies. Oh, you should hang on to a couple of the flyers though.
Play enough Battlefield 6 and other games where I just want to jump off this and pull my parachute. I'm going to refrain. Beautimus. Absolutely beautimus. You can tell we haven't spent much time on this particular map. That's all right. That is A-okay. The first time we went on Quattro Colinas to set up the road deer grind, we just bought the mat for the road deer grind, and we literally did nothing else first. Not a single thing other than shoot one road deer as soon as we got there. We shot one road deer as soon as we got there. That's it. But after that, we did pretty well nothing until we drove to every outpost and every lookout point. Guys, that took forever. That took forever. There's the first spot right there. Really bad time to be hopping back on to that. Gonna try and approach this perfectly. We got that west, just a little bit of a southwest wind. So we want to get to probably right about here for our approach. That's kind of where we're aiming. But I want to be further out from them for that, so probably about right here. And then I'm going to cut it in, we'll say, honestly, probably about right here. So if we get a shift, we try to get right on the money. So if we get any sort of shift or something, we'll just be good to go. It doesn't matter unless it's like a 180, unless it's a perfect 180. As soon as we get here, I'm going to start walking in the general direction. And make sure I put this as close as it could probably be. Somewhere around like right cha, something like that. So dogs can search larger distances for larger animals. For you guys who don't use German short-haired pointers, makes them kind of useless sometimes, not really, but you know, just depends on what you're hunting, because they don't search any predators that are large game at all. So class 5 and below is the only predators they will spot. Ironically, they will spot a freaking mountain lion, right? But not a gray wolf. Which I would understand either of those, but spotting a mountain lion, that's wild. You know, that's wild. I don't know, maybe people do that in real life. Dogs have been trained for a lot more vicious predators than that. All right, so this is kind of weird, guys. I'm not going to lie. There is a chance that we kind of spooked them way ahead of time. We were closer than I thought with that ATV, but we were still 260 at least out with that thing, I'm pretty sure, from where they would have been. So kind of hard to say. The good news is we did plan for 2 spots in this direction, so there's just a chance that maybe this zone isn't being used right now. I have seen that happen, whether people... Well, I didn't know that was a thing. I thought the zone would pretty much always have the animal there. But then I spotted a pronghorn, followed him all the way to the point where he rested, and then reset the time until I was out of money from, and never fast traveled or got within 350 meters of him doing that. and he never came back to that zone that I spotted his zone from. So I learned that way that they don't always come back to particular places, even if it's on the map. You can show up and then not be there. Looks like we're wrong, though. Looks like they were. You know, just... Huh. We have a trail. We have a trail that shows them headed this direction that ends right there at the zone. But yet, and there's no other trails here, guys. There's no... Okay, whoa. Now that trail just popped up. Did you see that? Yeah, this is super weird. Anyway, let's go ahead and just get on with it to the next zone, though. Let's go ahead and worry about that more. Super weird, guys. There we go. There we go. So there's a handful of them. We need to take pictures of at least 5. There are 5 there. Let me see if I zoom in from here, if that's going to count. Flash warning. There we go. All right, so we got that challenge done. Now we just got to get within 25 meters of one and take them out. We could do that with, obviously, the bow. Why does that keep saying 0 when we do, in fact, have ammo? There we go. But yeah, this is gonna be really interesting. Where's the closest one? I don't think it matters male or female. And that dude's definitely over the hill. I think they all are. We'll go for that guy. We'll go for that chick right there. I'm thinking. Because these ones are all going to be over the hill. I don't know. Kind of a 50-50. We might just approach right. No, not 582. There we go. We might just approach something like that right there. Just got to get within. Nervous? What are you nervous for? We are, excuse me, we are hundreds of meters away from you. You see how it's weird, guys? On Layton Lake, we ran up to 2 coyotes, crawled within 10 meters of a bear that we didn't even know was there. Upwind of them, too. Upwind of the bear. And they had no idea we were there. And also that doe. We ran right up to a doe who was just staring at us from 10 feet away, 10 meters away. These guys, we are approaching with only... We're not even running. We're just walking from 200 away downwind, and they're already nervous. Super weird. Super weird. I think they're attempting to fix the animal sensitivity issues that they've had in the game, which is a huge issue with a hunting game, right? Like, you got to address that, so good for them for addressing that, but it's weird to me that they're nervous from 200 upwind. They should have no idea we're here from 200 meters away upwind walking. That's insane. But so far, nothing escalating. They're not going from nervous to like alert or alarmed or something, you know. They're just nervous. We have pretty well lost visual, though. My neck is killing me, guys. I'm going to have to get an ice pack after this one if we're going to keep going for that for that Rocky Mountain Elk Challenge. But once we get a little bit closer, I'm going to tell Hank just to lay down. I don't really feel like dealing with him making the animals more nervous. Where did that guy go? Where did Hank the cow dog go? He's supposed to hunt in the direction that you point him in. I don't think he got that memo. We were definitely 1000% pointing. Where is he? Oh my God, he's stuck. He's stuck. I forgot, guys. It's Silver Ridge Peaks. Hey, just so you guys know, Silver Ridge Peaks dogs don't work very well. They get stuck all the time. Just on this particular map. It's not something I've ever really had an issue with on any other map, but if you're looking to bring a dog onto Silver Ridge Peaks, they will get stuck all the time on nothing, like just flat open ground. Which is fine for me as long as he stays back there. No, I don't want you to heal. I want you to lay down. Oh no. He's still stuck back there. That's fine. As long as it syncs that he's back there, as long as the system synchronizes his location appropriately, we should have no problem. If we get one of these within 25 meters, we'll be doing really good. Let me go ahead and get zeroed in for 20. I'm just going to make my way up bit by bit. It might be a slow process, but I'm not looking to retry this and start the whole hunt over. So slow process it is. They're going to be just beyond that 35 meter mark. And we will have to start half stick crawling once we get to about 25, 30. Hank, you son of a gun. Hank, you son of a gun. Haircut. Okay, yeah, that's a weekly alarm that I forgot to turn off. They should still be right here in front of us somewhere, guys. We're just going to have to get so close to them that we can see them because they're just over that ledge. Just over that ledge, you know, just over it. It's right over Shonda. And so we're going to have to get pretty darn close. Unless they already spooked and we didn't see it, but there was no fleeing sign, so they shouldn't have. They're well within their time. We got an hour left until they leave, so 15 real minutes, but... God dang, y'all, this is going to be fun. I think we only have to get one. I'm hoping we only have to get one. Yeah, one bison within 25 meters. If we do that, then we get a pretty nice little payday. But we are pretty much within 25 meters. Right meow. My youngest is all about cats right now, guys. She says right meow a lot. All right, hey. We got some distance. Let's see here. So let's pick one out. Nothing looking real special on any of them. Got one dude right there. Gonna have to get a little closer. They're perfectly calm now. They were nervous when we were 200 meters downwind of them. But now that we're within 25 meters, they don't even know we're here. Super weird, but hey, man, I'll take it. I'll take it. I ain't gonna complain about it one bit. I just got to get a good shot on them. That's it. So I'm gonna get right up to about 20 even attentive. That's not good. Just want to make sure that my bow doesn't hit the ground before it hits his lung. Totally calm. That's good. I'm hoping that if I stand up and shoot him, that, you know, it would go through his lung, get me a little bit better of a sight, but I'm not really looking to spook him too much. Yeah, that should die pretty quick. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. You should be bleeding to death. You should be bleeding to death, sir. Yeah, I'm right here. You have no idea I'm here, do you? This game is getting more broken, guys. I hope they do turn it around. I do. I hope they do turn it around. We just started really investing our stream in Call of the Wild. I'm hoping they turn it around. That wasn't horrible, but that was weird. That second shot certainly should not have missed. That was weird. But all right, guys, who cares? 20 meters, 20.68 meters with that 600 grit broadhead on the recurve bow. We got the both lungs, and we got the right scapula on that silver male. He's rated at 138 with a 343 session score, 975 cash with a brown fur type. And ain't he just a beaut? Not really. He's not that good, but he'll pay us. He'll pay us. So we'll take that. All right. One last challenge to go, guys, and we will have gotten all 3 dailies and a hefty weekly challenge done within the first stream, with part 2 coming up exactly 4 hours from now, actually, even if we're on for a little bit longer. 4 hours from now, guys, whatever time it is for you, at the halfway mark, whether it's 5:30, 6:30, 7:30, or 8:30 for you, that's whenever part 2 is going to be. We're going to be doing the roe deer grind, setting up more tents and tripods, spotting more deer, and maybe starting to take some shots at some. We'll see. We got to get 4 elk above 222 kilograms. 4 Rocky Mountain elk above 222 kilograms. Guys, stick with me for a second here. There's no time zone, so we're going to figure out. We will probably reset the time for this one because we're taking too long, but we're going to say Rocky Mountain elk. Silver Ridge Peaks location. Okay, so they drink from like 4 a.m., 5 a.m., what? Short windows, what? They only drink for an hour? What? Can slightly stretch. Does that sound right, guys? Do Rocky Mountain elk only drink from like 4 to 5 a.m. or like 5 to 6 p.m.? Is that really what they do? And the locations are like lakeside covers, nearly all major lakes across the central and northern parts of the map. North Chipeta outposts, the lakes and high grounds around areas around this north are popular spots for. Okay, all right. Anyway, so like central and north. I'm going to check the app, the Call of the Wild companion app, and just make sure that those drink zones are accurate on there. Are they really only drinking? Heck no, that's not correct. It's 4 to 8 a.m. What type of misinformation are you trying to give me here, Google? All right, guys, so 4 to 8 a.m. Let's see here. 4 to 8 a.m., y'all. That's when they're there. But I tell you what, guys, it might be about time to wrap it up. I think what we're going to do, guys, to wrap things up right now, actually, we're going to save the Rocky Mountain Elk Challenge for part 2. And we'll be back on in almost exactly just a minute or two under 4 hours on the dot. So, hey, thank you guys for hanging out with me, for watching this and supporting the channel, both now and later. You are watching Mechanic TV on Call of the Wild Wednesday. We'll be seeing you guys in about, let me see, 3 hours, 57 minutes and 55 seconds. So yeah, we'll catch you guys then. But until then, y'all take care.